You guys are tuning in to the Lavish Journey
podcast. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Ladies and boys and girls, welcome back to the Lavish Journey podcast. It's your host, Jay Gaines, and here today with my brother, Freedom.
What's up, y'all? How you living? How you feeling? Welcome back to another podcast, Shenanigans, with our lovely guests, man and woman. How about you all introduce yourselves?
Smooth.
Okay.
Don't be so quick to do it.
Okay. Go ahead. I didn't know if you wanted to go in order. I did not know. I was like, order.
Go for it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so no. As you guys know, it's the goddess Nia Kai. It's great to see everyone again. Hey y'all.
Hey, Nia Kai.
Hey, I know you.
How you doing, Nia Kai? Who else do we have at this table?
Hello, everybody. My name is Leslie, Good Girl Les, on Instagram and Twitter. I'm the special guest today. What's up? Hey.
Hey, crispy with the white on.
I go by the name of Dony T. You can call me Don too, though.
Yeah, that nigga smooth as fuck.
Hey, he did put a little smooth in the mic, man.
I'm about to change my whole tempo.
Hey, bro.
Take the whole tempo on.
So we heard you make music, bro. Where can they find your music at?
For sure, you can find my music on any platform you need. Donny T, type that in right now. 360 Wave Drip video coming soon. Okay, we got a lot of big things in store for you. You can follow me on Instagram, Donny_T2. On any platform, as a matter of fact, Donny_T2.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, thank you guys for coming on the show today. So we're going to start the show off different today, y'all. So we're going to start with a game. Two truths and a lie. Y'all know this game?
No.
Okay. I hope y'all do. Hey, they fucking with me.
Oh, no, I really don't.
I know
All right, we're going to start with Brother Freedom. What is two truths and a lie about you?
What the hell we
They
got something?
actually gotta be truths, okay?
Yeah, two truths and a
I
lie.
need a second. We'll start with Nia since she knows it.
No, let me stop. Okay.
Go ahead.
Two truths and a lie. Let's see. I have 10 brothers and sisters.
Oh.
I am a barber, and I have lived out of the country before.
I believe that you have 10 brothers and sisters and you are a barber.
Wait, I did that one wrong. I gave y'all all truths.
That sounds like these all sound real familiar.
I meant to say move out of the country, but okay, at least y'all got the idea of what not to do. Now we can just move on to the next person.
Leslie.
Okay, yeah, let's go, Leslie.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Hold on, my fault, y'all. My mic fucking up. Oh, go ahead.
Give me about like 5 seconds.
1, 2. They start counting
Justin,
down.
how about you?
Okay,
the space
two truths and a
Yeah,
lie.
you put us
Yeah,
on
I
the
was
spot.
about to do that too. All right, so two truths and a lie. Or in a lie and two truths. Or a truth and a lie and a truth.
Ooh, never
Less
knows.
things. Oh. This is a hard question. Okay. My first time having $1,000, I was 12 years old.
Sounds real specific.
I got straight A's in college. And
Oh, jeez.
This shit hard.
this last one is hard.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
I want to go with nothing. This two be like, oh yeah. I'm trying to think one more, y'all.
They usually have us write it down in school beforehand.
Yeah. I try to hear everybody on the spot with this, and I fucked my own stuff up.
gotta write
But
mine
I'm
down.
gonna figure it out. Let me think of one more.
You stay tuned in, listeners.
It's too late.
I've had 3 cars.
So what were your options again?
Okay, I've had 3 cars. I got straight A's in college. And what's the third one?
All right, we know which one is a lie.
Well,
Thank you for coming to the Lavish
shout out to
Journey.
Justin. That's a lie. All right, Donnie.
You know what? They called me, y'all.
I'm gonna go with I got a little sister. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one.
At least
I
everyone
love
knows
music. I love music, and I got a Maybach outside right now.
Does he have a Maybach outside?
I don't know the way he dressed. Shit.
At least you did it right.
Me and Leslie know.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. I didn't see him pull up.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah, that's
Never
what
mind.
I'm like.
I don't got no
man.
damn Maybach.
I ain't say nothing.
That's I don't know niggas' pockets. You feel me? Like,
Hey, people did not answer. Like,
hey, you don't want to
That's
call
the thing.
nobody
I wanna
out.
blow down
He's like,
on
you
you.
ain't
Like,
got no
ain't no
damn Maybach. And then he's like, actually, I got.
that was what it's actually 3 outside right now.
Nobody wanted to get flexed on.
Hell
in
no.
there. That's what it was.
I shut my bitch ass up. Like, damn.
And we all was like, yeah.
Hey, which way you going home?
With him.
Hey, you never know though. People do be pulling up like that. You
That's
be
why I
thinking,
don't doubt
yeah.
it. Hey, I don't doubt nobody. He dressed clean.
It's a trench coat for me.
It's the washing the glasses.
Facts.
When you choked, it was with class.
He said, I ain't doing this shit no more.
Let me take my $200 frames off.
Take off his glasses like that.
He did. He
Take
said,
off his glasses smooth. Let me take off my glasses real
Just
quick.
so you know, I would have been laid out on the floor being super dramatic. So kudos to you.
Fried zone. Wait a minute. You didn't go yet, brother Freedom.
Yeah, either did
or
Leslie.
Leslie.
Oh.
So who wants to go?
Leslie.
Oh, she pointing at you. You pointing at
5
her.
minutes past already. See?
Rock paper scissors. Come on. Rock paper scissors. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, they did it on live.
Okay. Oh.
Hey.
Oh. It's a tie. It's a tie.
I'm scared.
Oh, Freedom picked the paper. Leslie got the scissors.
I'm scared.
I make music.
She said, that rock was finna be the rock.
I know she is. Yeah, little nigga. All right. I make music. I lived in Minnesota. And I have a daughter.
You lived in Minnesota?
Minnesota. I'm going Minnesota.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I was out there for like a month and a half.
I would have said, you don't make no damn music, but I didn't want to sound bitter. So
Hey, you should have called my whole
I
ass
mean,
out.
he did say, he
He's
said
trying
he
to
wanted to get
spare
into it.
Yeah, you should have said it.
I'm like, and then you said Minnesota. I'm like, man, I'm glad I ain't going by That's crazy.
No, how was living in Minnesota?
I loved it.
You didn't live in New York and Minnesota, man. That's two
that was
different
before
worlds.
we got to New York.
Wow.
I went to Minnesota, kicked it out there for a minute.
Dope.
We stayed at her friend's house, and because she was just out of town, she was like, yeah, you can stay where I stay at. And we was like, all right, we're just gonna live here for a minute, just travel around, just explore, you know. So she showed me all the locations, the Mississippi River. Went to these dope ass tattoo shops, got my nose pierced. Loved the energy. It's just so friendly. That's one thing I did notice. Just very welcoming. And people just talk to you. Maybe not everywhere. But
Hey, the cough.
maybe not everywhere, but it was just really refreshing to go out there, you know. So I do suggest people to go to Minnesota. It's not what you think. It's not just all woods, because that's what I thought. I'm like, it's just wolves out here. It's just trees, but nah, it's just it's a vibe. It's a scene. Always somewhere to go. Always somewhere to meet somebody, you know. And then we went to New York, and I ain't like it.
Yeah, because New York's a different type of lifestyle in Minnesota. I think you're more of a free-flowing person, but New York's like a jam, compact, like
it was expensive.
like a rat race. Oh, I bet.
It was expensive, rude, you know, people just, it's not that humble, you know, like, especially being in
assholes.
Minnesota, being like, oh, this refreshing energy, look at these people, we can talk, you know, we can jug. There it was just like,
Get the fuck out my way,
Yeah.
asshole.
Get the fuck out my way. I have to go here right now.
no, for real. Like, we was lost on the subway, and we asked one of the people, hey, do we take this to get back to Brooklyn? Why don't you just go figure it out? Like, okay.
You know, I do agree. I've been in New York a few times too. I haven't lived there though, but I do agree their energy out there is a lot more hostile in a way, a little more
Very.
tensed up. Like,
Yeah,
calm
but
down. Shit.
I like they hustle, though.
I
Like,
respect the hustle, 100%.
Yeah, they taught. I met this drummer down there. Shout out to whatever your name is, and he was just drumming at every park. You feel me? Because the traffic and the flow was just so constant. He would just make money consistently. You know, just from people leaving tips. You know, he was a great drummer. Then he had 2 performers come. They come at this time. They break the bread, and just do it all over the city. You know, so the hustle. That's what it taught me. Like, you can make a way. You just gotta believe in yourself.
Yeah, you
I
got-
think with
definitely
the
out
drummer-
there. You gotta be hustle.
The money he made was probably good for a bathroom, renting out a
Yeah.
bathroom in a
Oh, he
apartment
told me
suite.
he lived with people. So
You gotta hustle in New York though, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You don't hustle out there, you you just a walking being at that point.
Yeah,
Walking bean. Where'd that come from?
I was
walking
saying
bean.
being or bean because I'm just thinking of a bean like just chilling here.
I don't know. Wherever you want it to be.
One of the two.
I'll take bean for
Okay.
$200.
Oh, but hold on real quick.
Hold on, let's see to do hers.
That's
Oh, wait,
what
wait a
I'm about to
minute.
say. Krispy Kreme with the all white on. Come on now.
She had to drink some wine real quick.
Like
Shout out to
Lil
Sweet Red, Carla
said, "I'm gonna
Rossi.
give it
Yes.
to you."
Free wine. We need some free wine.
Yes.
Speak to Mike a little bit.
I'm from California.
Oh.
My favorite color is purple. And I used to be a recess teacher.
Purple.
Recess. You can't teach recess.
California.
Her poker face is really throwing me off. Is it the recess? You could be a recess teacher.
Oh.
Everybody's decided.
Yeah.
I'm not from California.
Hey.
So you gotta give me hip hop.
Yeah, I
You
know
teach
that.
recess. I thought it was a free time.
Nah, it's just, you just the teacher while it's recess.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
While
Hell,
recess is in session.
when did you teach recess, and how was that experience of
It
you
was
teaching
terrible.
recess?
It was terrible.
Them
I
kids
did not
be
like
wild.
it.
Really?
These kids, that they bad.
So-
I mean, I don't know how bad y'all were as kids, but I was a good child, and these
Yeah.
kids are not like me.
I worked at a school, and I was doing
I
the
don't
same
know.
shit. You was a para or you was a teacher?
A what?
I was a paraprofessional. Like,
Oh no, I
you know.
wasn't. No, I just was coming in just for the recess period.
Oh, you literally was
That's
working with
so
Rita.
cool,
Oh,
though.
that's tough.
That's all, just recess.
Shout out to
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do that?
Them kids is wild.
How many hours do you work? How many hours do you average on this recess?
It was 4.
I could do 3.
Nah, you got me 30 minutes. Unless y'all did they
Yeah, we
rotate?
rotated,
Okay,
yeah.
so it was a new set of kids. Like how often?
Every hour. Well, no, excuse me, every half hour. Like a group would come in for lunch, the other would be recessed, and then we would switch. Then the next hour, another set, switch. Then
Okay,
What
I can handle
age
that.
group?
Get some cush shit.
I did 2nd, 3rd, kindergarten, 2nd. No, excuse me, kindergarten, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
I
That's
could do
not
it.
that bad.
Yeah, the
Well,
kindergarten, the
it's
kindergarten
bad, so.
second and all. See, the 5th grade they got miles. They talking back.
Yeah.
The
Like,
second grade,
shut up.
You can just, yeah, no, they do. Like they
That's
say
when they
all
learn to
types of-
start
No,
roasting
yeah.
you and shit.
Yeah, they
they
don't get
do.
roasted. Hey, end up on TikTok.
Stacey, why you got them shoes on?
Shoes on. Boy, them knees.
But, hey, roast their ass back. Like,
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
That's when you talk shit back.
Fuck it.
You got to.
Shit.
As a teacher, you got to talk shit back. But I like the second grade, kindergarten. They was fun.
They were.
'Cause, yeah, you could just raise your voice and get in line.
Working with the youth was interesting. Like my last few years in college, I worked at the Boy Scouts. It wasn't like how y'all think it is. It's like an after school program. It's my first time working with the youth, and it's all like from 2nd grade to 5th grade. And it was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You can see yourself in them as well as
Yeah.
because we still young, obviously, but as kids, so it's easier for you to
To bond with
to
them.
bond with them. Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
They do connect with you quick.
Yep.
Because they
Yeah.
like, Mr. Z.
Yeah.
They jumping all over me. And
Yeah.
the other teachers looking like, you can't do that. Fuck you.
They don't like that. No, and I think that's broken. I don't like how the old school teachers are
Yeah.
telling the younger people
That's how
our
they,
age.
they
like,
always
nah.
used to fuss at me like, you can't talk like that with them. You can't
Yeah.
slam him.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, you were slamming
Yeah, I
niggas.
put the niggas on the Cause some would be taller than me. You feel me? They 6th grade, so they like, shut up, Mr. Z, and now I gotta show you what's up. Just as a respect,
Yeah.
to that's gonna go into the real world. So you gotta kind of show them that, like, no, I'll beat your little ass, but it's out of respectfully though.
I'm gonna respectfully whoop
work
your
for
ass.
Pep?
Huh?
Like you said you did paraprofessional. You
Yeah.
work for Pep?
No, I was in Euclid.
Oh, you was in Euclid?
Yeah,
I was
man.
in Euclid too.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
What school?
Oh, shit.
Bluestone.
I forgot the name of mine. Yeah.
That's dope. Everybody, you worked at the school too before, bro? Did you?
Yeah, like I was at Eastwood.
How
yeah,
was
like,
your experience?
Exactly what they saying. The whole, like I work at an alternative school, so a whole part of it, we got a chance to like really, just like you said, really. They call it restrained, but you know what that means.
Mhm.
Got busy with them, just like what he was talking about right there.
Yeah.
They like so it's wild. Exactly what you were saying. I can agree. They out of line for real.
Because they talk. Kids now, they challenge you. Back in the day, we didn't really have that challenge you aspect. It's an adult, I'm going to be quiet. You had those certain bunches, but now it's like all of them. The quiet ones to challenge you, the rowdy ones to challenge you. They all got a mouth on them. Like, you better be ready.
Right, though.
Oh, this ain't that.
Yeah, this ain't that for any age. So that's something that I had to adjust working at a school. It's like, oh, y'all all got mouths. You feel me? And I got to check all of y'all.
I wish I could wrestle kids.
Oh, you're not supposed to. You can't.
No, you're not supposed to.
Oh no,
yeah,
like with
no.
us, I can't even. No, like with us, you can like so you can do that. Like I mean, it's a proper way you do it.
Mhm.
But
You get that training.
yeah, you get training.
You get training for it.
You get
yeah.
training. You got to fill out an incident report,
Yup.
tell them what happened.
Yup.
But like the kids get to spit in your face and everything. It get
Oh,
bad.
that belt would have slid off clean.
Hell,
I done seen some wild
Have y'all
shit.
got-
Got
Oh.
booty tang.
You ever saw somebody get spit in the face, like a kid do that to a teacher or
Oh
something?
yeah, I done seen that.
Oh, yeah,
Really?
they be hit the
Oh,
teachers. Yeah.
shit. How did the teacher react? Or this person react?
You gotta be
They gotta stay
calm.
calm.
Sometimes you might see a teacher. He say, "It should."
All this-
Fuck him up
I
on the
really
slide.
wish I had that on
Whoop his
That's a
ass on the
human
slide.
all the-
He a man first. It's a woman first. I done seen everything.
Yeah, that is.
done
That's
seen-
very true.
Wow.
Especially breaking up them fights and stuff.
Oh, I bet that was wild.
Because they hitting the teachers.
Yeah.
You know, get the fuck off me. You know, they talking to the teachers like a kid. So
For real,
now it's
though.
like, now I got to show you what's up. But
Yeah,
it's
I done
just,
seen some. Oh man.
Now, so they respected y'all though, right? Everybody
Oh, for
working in the
sure.
school system. Okay.
oh, they love me.
So
But
what
yeah,
do you
but-
feel the school systems need? Since y'all actually worked on them everything, what do you feel like they need?
Talk to them like a person
Mm-hmm.
instead of like I'm an adult. Listen, you know, just talk. You know, I talked to all of them. They started telling me like family
Mm-hmm.
stories, you know, just stuff they were going through on an everyday basis. Just because I let them cuss and stuff. Don't say that. You know, keep it real. Keep it a buck with me.
Be
You know,
free.
I'm going to tell you what the fuck is up, too. I cuss at them. Shut your dumb ass down. Like, quit acting up. And they like that, though. They respond to that instead of me talking down on you. It's just like, no,
That's real.
chill out. You know, so I think that's one thing schools have to implement. It's just talking to kids, not talking at kids. You know, building that actually core relationship with them. Let them talk. Let them feel like they can express themselves with you, because that'll take that relationship even farther.
Facts.
With that teacher or parent or whoever. But just talking, just having actual communication.
I think that can float over to like being a parent as well. I'm not a parent, but one of the things that I did observe that has been drastically different from when our parents raised us is the idea of talking to children like they're adults and having those conversations, being able to say like, "Hey, you know what you did?" And then when they don't listen, how you do it.
Hey, that look or that quick flinch.
Yeah, that dude.
Elbow.
That was my dude.
I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
The young lady
That was my dude Terrell. I had to hit
I
his
said,
ass.
that wasn't a training. Nigga.
Hey.
I said, ooh.
I emphasized.
You said, ooh.
I mean, I feel like it is necessary to communicate with them, though. 100%. 100%. Growing up, like I said on the last podcast, I think I didn't have a lot of young teachers. They're all old, so they didn't really. They was kind of like, yeah, whatever, you know. But yeah, so shout out to the teachers out there. Y'all keep doing y'all thing, or educators. You know, anything with school systems and all that stuff, because that's a tough job.
And like really, what I see it need too, it need like because like black women already like really in there, they doing a good job. It need like black men in there as well too. That's really because the black women they doing a good job of being in the schools. But like I see, and they naturally connect to them too, because every man or woman had their mom in their life. So it's like almost unfair how the natural connection I see with the women and the kids. So it need black men in there too.
Representation matters. That's
Yeah.
absolutely a fact. Like, I saw a question. It said, what was the earliest grade y'all remember having a black male teacher?
Right. I don't even
You know, I never had
I've
a
never had one.
black
Six.
Word?
male teacher.
What
In high
was-
school, I had like a teacher, but before that, I didn't.
My principal
Oh,
was
you didn't
black.
go to
He was a black
Memorial.
man.
No, I did. I went to Lutheran.
That happened.
I see what you're saying.
So, principal,
Oh, we had a
what about
principal.
you?
Mr. Harrington was black.
Mr. Harrington.
Mr. Harrington, black high school principal.
Miss Freeman.
Yeah, we had a lot of black and brush. Yeah.
Yeah. Miss
Black men?
Lockhart. Yeah.
One
Mr. Hunt.
Black men?
One black man, Mr. Harrington.
Oh, okay,
He was the
okay.
I
principal.
never had one. What
But
about you?
before high school, I didn't have any black men teachers. I had a black woman, of course, but I didn't have any black men teachers, like you were saying. So that's true.
Like, and then that's so for me, I didn't see my first black male teacher until 9th grade. It was my art teacher. And I think that it comes to later in the game. Like, when we're younger, we have like tiny individual, like little babies just learning stuff. Representation matters, especially because that's most the cognitive, like, growing essence of a human being. Like, this is where they observe everything. This is where they're paying attention to everything. And then they only see, like, women demanding, male or woman, or however, like, you know, girl or boy, I should say. It's just like, I think that's super important to have that mixture.
Yeah, I think it's becoming a lot more brothers in the school system, though. I mean, people on Instagram, everything. A
The
lot of them been
teacher
working.
rapper?
Yeah. Oh, teacher who?
This is this guy. I don't know what city he's from, but he blew up on Twitter because he was rapping to his students. He wrote a whole rap to teach like history or something like that.
Dope.
And he was a black teacher. And he was teaching like 4th grade. I thought it was really pretty.
Yeah. That's becoming very common.
Yeah. I like to see that.
Yeah.
It makes it more fun. Kids want to just have fun in school.
But
That's
just
the
to,
key.
like,
That's the
just
key.
to combine everything that everybody said, I feel like what a lot of the school systems are lacking right now is leadership.
Absolutely.
They don't know how to communicate. They need black male leaderships in their lives. You know, they need representation. They need all these things that a leader would, possess.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel.
And shout out to, I can't think of the school I worked at. That's crazy to say, but it's out. It's gonna come eventually.
It's down the street.
It is down the street.
Yeah.
But one thing I did enjoy, the principal, she was black, and she made sure for African American history, she brung in these African dancers, and brung them in. Had everybody in the assembly or in the gym sit down. You feel me? And all the kids, I don't want to go to that. I don't want to go to that. And I used to be like, why? I'm like,
learn about slavery.
Yeah, and I'm like, why don't y'all want to see people dance? Man, that shit gonna be corny. All right, that's all I was like. All right, well, I'm going. And so we would end up in there, and they had a great time.
Right,
You feel me? And they're actually doing real dances. These women and men are from Africa, got the drums. You feel me? Some is white, majority black. It was like 2 white ones. And they doing their thing, you feel me? We the teachers, they pulling us up there to come dance with them. Then they going in the crowd of kids, yanking them up. No, go dance. Then they loved it. They had a great time. So that's something I appreciated, just seeing that aspect being implemented within the school, especially for Black History Month.
Yes, sir.
It just to show this is where we come from. This is a part of us. It's not always Malcolm X. Well, we don't hear about Malcolm X, but Martin Luther King. We don't hear about him. We don't see a different culture, you feel me? Black History Month needs to be culture, not just the same 4 people with the 4 heads, Our culture extends long and wide.
Definitely
So,
right now.
Yeah, so seeing that and just seeing how that affected the kids and they actually got into it, started talking to the people, I think they're from Ghana, and actually asking them questions and stuff. It was like, wow, the power to just see
Connectivity.
that connection,
Yeah, I know exactly
back with
what
the
you're
youth.
talking about.
Yeah,
You're
so
100% right.
we need that. That's something we need in schools, to see us, but in different lights, not always the same. I'm a doctor. I'm a professor.
Exactly.
I want to see something. I want to actually, that looks fun. Especially as a kid. I'm sitting there, you a fireman too? Like.
Another fireman.
Yeah.
Shout out to firemen. But another fireman.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying, though.
Yeah.
You get tired of seeing the same shit.
Same shit. Especially as a kid, you don't see anything else in your horizon.
Yep.
You just always presented the same options.
Yeah.
So show them the world is limitless.
Psychologically, though, too, it's just kind of like it limits us to only think that our history is if a lot of people in America identify themselves as Black American, African American, but our history as African Americans only extend to when we came here, and we've created a culture from the time we've gotten here until till present. But we have to know. We were people before we got here. We were doctors, lawyers, in that essence of wherever it is, wherever we came from. Because I'm not gonna get into a history lesson with y'all because it's a lot of different perspectives.
Speak your truth.
Or we was already here with all of these essentials of being completely fire. And it's just like when you only teach and put a limitation on your history, then you find disconnect from who you are at a core altogether. So it's like, okay, if I didn't have to worry about money time, I didn't have social media, and I sit here, what would I do? And most people would get into whatever it is they culture do, spend time with family or create. We do this every year, and all of our stuff is colonized. So it's like being able to go back and be able to really tap into those things is like, it's invigorating for real. Like, I don't know.
That's a good word to use right there, by the way. Invigorating.
I saw it on the cereal box before, if you believe me.
And they really tap back off on like what you really said with that, like because I remember this is really the anniversary at the school I was working at. It's called Eastwood. We had a little thing, and I just taught the little kids in 1 week the little steps.
The stroll step. Yep.
And I didn't even realize what I did because that was just poured in us, and I just poured it back into them.
Yep.
But they was all looking at it like I did something deep to them or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And but now I see exactly what y'all saying. Combining all of it, that probably really was deep to them, and it's probably really going to affect them like that.
Yeah.
'Cause they might see it and be like, I want to join one.
Facts.
They might see somebody strolling down the street, or go to a college and like, oh, Mr. Such and Such did that, and
It's that connectivity.
And that is connection. That might be a part of their destiny just because you showed them that. Especially a Black man, like you
It's
said.
cool.
It's cool. Everything you do is cool. You come in looking like that, he got money. You feel me? They gonna be like, you swagged out, but just because you're different, So
It just makes it possible for people to see it as their own reality. Like when I went to Elliott Elliott was ghetto as fuck.
Man, where is this school at?
Yeah.
It's right.
Yeah.
It's where the new JFK is being built. But we talking about like
okay.
8th graders with miles behind their ears, walking around the school type shit, fights every other day. And it was just like when people from Whitney Young came to the school, it's like, yeah, you know, we do this. I'm like, oh. So although I don't fit in here, like I know there's a place I can go, or I know my potential, and it makes it a reality when you just are outside of whatever your regular realm is. So like that's really cool.
You went to Whitney Young?
For a year.
Okay.
I know a couple people.
Yeah. I went my 9th and almost 10th grade. Then my mom moved, so she's like, "You're not gonna be catching the bus all the way up there." I'm like, "But Mom, there's only one bus." She's like, My brother, he caught the bus all the way across town, and I'm not saying he's incapable. He was younger, so I just felt like it was a little bit biased in the household because I was the only girl. But neither here nor there. It built character going to Success Tech. Y'all don't believe me?
I love your face expression. I'm sorry, what you hear? Success Tech. What's wrong with Success Tech? What, like, can you explain to everybody what
You see
this?
it got silent.
What is?
They like talk about it. Sis. You okay?
Well, yeah, let's talk about it.
I was gonna say it. I was like,
So what is Success Tech?
All y'all faces.
I said, what you just need help? I said,
We are talking about.
It's only about like 8 words. It's only about 8 syllables, 8 letters.
Yeah.
Like, I know.
So what happened at Success Tech?
So
Oh, he set her up. He knows.
Oh man, they set me up big time. So I had just moved into my new house, and I never heard of Success Tech. Nobody really hears about Success Tech, right? It's a high school downtown, Lakeside and 14th. And I'm gonna Google it. Did she like your cousin go there? I'm like, girl, I ain't talked to my cousin forever. But she's like, your cousin goes there, you'll be okay. I'm like, Ma, I really don't want to go. She's like, you'll be okay. I Google it, Success Tech shooting. I'm like,
Eat you?
so Ma, the school got shot up. She like, yeah, that was like 4 or 5 years ago. I'm like,
That's close.
really cool.
So Success Tech is.
It got shot up in 2007.
I'm about to say. So it
but-
sounds like a wild school.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's kind of like this. It's a technical school. It's not a charter school. It's a technical school, and so it's like people from John Hay, MLK, West Side, all these other schools. They couldn't get into there. They headed there, basically.
Okay.
And it was just like all the stuff I learned my 9th grade and my 10th grade year at Whitney Young. Literally, they didn't learn until my 12th grade year. So I had to like. Okay, I need to get into college, and y'all still learning the same thing. So it was just an interesting way to push myself, just because of the fact that it was just behind on academics, which is no problem because everybody has to learn in the way that they do. That's real passive for me to say, but like reality, like that really made me look at the public school systems and realize how underfunded a lot of us are.
Oh, tons.
They
of
had
them.
mad
Yeah.
old computers. We had books outdated. We didn't even have like the key drives for like the registration and shit like that. Like, and it's a lot of schools like that. And it was like because my class in particular, like we were hustlers, so we was able to raise money for shit. So it was like it's just like I don't know. It was weird.
You know, speaking of funding in schools, I don't know anything about this, y'all. I have no knowledge on this. Now, obviously, it goes by the environment. No, obviously, it goes by the environment, though, right?
Yeah.
So, do you feel every school should be funded equally?
So how school funding goes, school funding is based off of the property taxes from houses. And so since there's a lot of abandoned houses in certain areas, then that's what's going to go towards the school funding and books and everything like that. And so, and taxes primarily are contributed to full. But a lot of times the cities will like redirect it to like police or some other stuff that isn't necessarily necessary, or churches or something like that. I'm not saying churches aren't necessary for y'all churchgoers, but like schools, kids, education, future, just throwing that out there. And it's just like we were downtown, so like you would think that school would have gotten funded, but because it was CMSD, I feel like they weren't really doing anything because we were right above the school board like of CMSD.
You know how the game is out here, though.
Messed up.
Unfortunately, that's how it is, though. That's why I asked, like, do y'all feel that every school should have, every public school, I should say, because I know we know it's different with charter schools and everything, should have the same curriculum. Curriculum. How you say it? Curriculum? Curriculum.
Curriculum so smooth.
Yeah.
He let the camera curriculum.
I just didn't want to make a big thing. Let me say it real quick.
Yeah.
That was. I just wanted to
What'd you say
I got repeated. Do y'all feel every school should have the same curriculum? But y'all get what I'm saying, though. Do y'all feel every public school should be even?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It should be.
Yeah.
Because
They
you
gonna
can,
have to like that, though. It most definitely should be.
Okay.
because the kids can't pick where they live.
but
Yeah, that's why I was
That's
about to
the
get to
thing,
that.
why fuck up a kid's education?
Yep.
Just based off of their circumstances,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
and I don't think that's fair. Just across the board, it should be government assisted. It should be something
It
that's
is
just
government assisted.
like to a degree, like to another degree, because there's certain schools around the corner that they do archery and shit. You feel me? Like they get special handouts because they're in a richer neighborhood. You feel me? It shouldn't be that. If you're doing archery here, do archery there. You feel me? If that fire truck spraying a big ass hose in the field for the
They
kids
do it
around
down there,
there,
too.
do it down here. You feel me? Let that be spread across the board. Make it an even playing field for these kids, so they can say, "Oh, I go here. It was just as cool as your school." You know, "Oh, we did that too." You know, not to feel like, "Oh, I never had that opportunity to try this, to learn that." You know, so I feel like government should assist schools just for these kids and the food and lunches and shit. A lot of kids don't
preparing
eat.
them for college. Like, was the okay? Well,
We live in another generation now. They starting to say fuck college.
yeah, but like imagine the gap between graduating from a CMSD school and then having your first year of college was like it was a culture shock for me.
Really?
Because a lot of the stuff that I learned in my years at high school, it was like, okay, you don't learn the discipline, you don't learn the finance, you don't actually learn how to be an adult, you just learn to memorize whatever it is in their curriculum. And so then when I got to college, I'm like, oh, okay, so now I gotta up my discipline. And I'm like, okay, bye college, I'm gonna drop out, because it was just like, it was a difficult transition for me.
Yeah.
And so I had to go into something that didn't feel restricting, I guess.
Yeah, go with what you want to do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I went to Brush, obviously. Brush was a really good school.
Yeah.
Shout out
They,
to
they,
Brush.
yeah, they had like cinematic studies, all this
All
stuff. You know
that
what I mean?
shit.
So
all that shit.
I feel like, you know, it prepared me for school in a way. You
That's
know, because I went to
good.
a school called Lutheran East. And my parents
I've
paying
heard
like
of
$8,000 a month.
That's on the west side, ain't it?
No, that's right in Cleveland Heights.
Just kidding.
It's Lutheran West. It's one Lutheran West on the west side.
Oh, okay. So I
Yep,
was like, I heard it before.
Yeah. So I went from a school that cost tuition to a school that was free, and I got the most education and most experience ever. So shout out to Brush.
Shout out to Brush.
But your school, high school, does matter, because if I stay at Lutheran East, I probably would never even succeed in college. Never probably, I don't know, did a lot of shit, man. I ain't gonna say never, but I wouldn't have did a lot of shit as it, you know, happened.
On the
So-
bright side, I would say that definitely made me innovative.
Yeah,
Like, I
see?
got creative as fuck. I'm like, okay, so I see that this didn't work out. I see this didn't work out. Okay, I'm going to capitalize on this. And so, like, I learned how to really be an entrepreneur by constantly having to emphasize my, like, okay, you got to get this done yourself because ain't nobody going to do it for you type energy. And, like, just learn how to utilize the people around me and all that other great stuff.
You're great, Nia Kai.
I have a question.
Uh-oh.
Did somebody bite this?
Oh, I was looking at that, and I was wondering, where did that hole come from? So, y'all, it's a bottle of lotion over here, this shea butter, and it's like a hole in it. I was looking like, did somebody bite this or somebody light it with a lighter? I thought y'all did. Y'all already do that?
I didn't even touch it.
Let me see it.
I thought you
I'm
did
like, who
that.
got
I
hungry?
feel like it wasn't like this when I put it on.
What happened?
That's what I thought. I'm like, I wanted
Somebody bit
smooth.
the bottle. I got a question for y'all real quick. Hold on one
Just put
second.
it up.
Just put it up.
Just
Before we
put
dive
it.
into something else, I have a quick question. Are we healed by nature?
Oh.
Are we?
Absolutely,
Are we healed by
yes.
nature?
How?
Yeah.
How would
I
you
don't
say? How would you all say you've been healed by nature?
Well,
Well, what if I'm not healed by nature? What do I need to do?
Well, I think that healing by nature involves healing not only yourself physically, but emotionally, mentally, psychologically, spiritually, you know, all those things. But if you are not healed by nature, some things that you may want to do is pretty soon you'll be able to contact me.
Hey. What you
I,
gonna be doing? Oh, my fault.
So pretty soon I'll be launching my foot care and pain management business, and I'll be providing services and products that can help heal all those things that I just spoke about, internally and externally. You can book with me for botanically infused pedicures, so anything like floral or any fruits, spices, roots, anything that you want to soak your feet in, and I'll also get your toes together. And for the ladies, I'll be doing acrylic toe pedicures. I'll also be giving foot detoxes and reflexology foot massages. And then I also have a whole line of products, like I said, they'll heal you externally while also, you know, providing some other type of benefit.
So what did you?
Lovely. Go
Have
ahead.
y'all ever had a reflexology foot massage? That's where they punch your feet and everything, right?
Huh?
They start massaging it and they like.
Yeah, you can't. That's where they do that, but it's.
She said something like that. Something like that.
I got excited.
Something like that.
Is that what you want?
No, I just seen it before. I've had it before, and I felt crazy because it was hitting all these different nerves in my body.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay,
I ain't crazy.
you
Fuck
were-
y'all.
okay, yeah. It was just her response. Yeah.
Some people's movement is just different than others. I feel like the punching is not
Extreme.
something that I would do. It's a little aggressive, but you know,
I
get it. I understand.
I have a question for you. So
be nervous.
you're going to be doing foot massages and everything, right? When did you discover that you like to give foot massages?
Well, I always used to rub my grandparents' feet.
Aw.
It was something that I always did growing
Yeah.
up. So, and it wasn't really until last year that I discovered that it's something that I feel like I could do for not only a financial gain, but to help others.
Dope.
So,
Where did you start learning, you know, all of this? Because everything you just named, I'm sure it takes quite a bit of time to actually be like, oh, I got the skills to actually help people, you know, within this avenue. So where did you start to study? You know, was it YouTube? Did you go to school for this?
So I'm also in school for that currently.
Okay, nice.
I've taken online classes and I have certifications. I'm just trying to make sure I build up the right amount of hours that I'm supposed to have. And YouTube and the library.
Yeah.
YouTube
Amazon.
University.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
We'll be a
Everything
client.
through YouTube.
Bust these bunions up.
Yeah, my feet look terrible. I don't know. I'm
Charging
kind of
extra.
I'm real insecure about my feet. I'm gonna be real. I got athlete's feet still.
And you know, I actually have a product that helps with athletes' feet.
Tell me about this
specifically.
product. Can you explain?
He said,
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm tired of stinking granddaddy.
What is athlete's feet? What is athlete's feet? So like the athlete's feet, that little white thing.
yeah, on your toes and stuff.
It's
Is
like
that what y'all have to make sure?
so
I
You
got
want to
that
talk
too.
to?
She's gonna break it down for us.
Talk about it.
I would have to see what it is exactly.
Bust them things
to,
out.
No, we
Don't
gotta
put
get that.
them
She said we ain't gotta do that, my nigga.
Ain't no circulation in there.
She said we ain't gotta do that, my nigga. We ain't gotta do that.
Fuck
But I
y'all.
would have to see it to see exactly what it is. But, the oil that I have, it's specifically to fight bacterial or fungal infections that are on the skin of your feet or inside the nails.
Yeah.
Anything.
Okay, so you just rub oil on it. Is it like daily or?
Yeah, daily.
Really?
I would also put it in your foot soaks when you come to me to book your pedicure.
That sounds beautiful.
Wow,
Yeah.
I
How
like
long would it
this.
take to get rid of it?
It depends. It's completely upon the client. They have to make sure that they're doing everything right at home. Otherwise, when you come to me, you know, it's gonna be a cycle. I'm gonna send it back. You know, you gonna come to me. I'm gonna get rid of it. You gonna go home and get it back. And
That's
so
money in
it's
your
Got the
completely
damn bunions again.
But
bunions on your
with
feet.
with proper treatment and everything, it could take you 6 to 8 weeks. to
Okay,
get
that's
rid
not
of
bad
everything.
though.
Yeah.
So
that
now we
ain't bad.
incorporating self-care Sundays with the bunions.
Oh,
Shout out
And like I actually want to ask you too, how bad can this get? Like, you feel me? Like, say for example, you just had been neglecting it, ain't done nothing about it.
So
if
you're a
you
limit to
have-
it.
Asking for a friend.
I'm not asking for myself. I'm asking for Justin.
they ain't that bad.
I mean, if you let something like that go completely, you know, untouched, you could lose your toenails. The skin on your feet can become dry, cracked, decrepit. You know, it just it can be painful. It can sometimes, like very bad cases, your heels and skin could bleed. And
Ooh, shit.
like that.
My feet ain't that
I was
bad.
about to say, I got nice.
Yeah.
Do you do the ingrown toenail things?
She talked
you
about
should
that,
do
yeah.
the videos because they are so popular. Well, maybe
What's an
on my
ingrown toenail?
Haven't heard about that
It's
before.
going in on the sides.
It's like,
You got to get a surgery. That's going.
You gotta get surgery for that?
If it gets like too deep into your skin, yeah, you have to go.
Because
and
you
get
have
it
the
removed.
voice.
Do y'all
for
got an
it.
ingrown toenail? If so,
You do the
comment
voice
down
over
below.
doing that? Oh my god. Because
I
I
used
watched
to
those
want to be a
videos
voice
already.
actor, a voice actress.
You should do it.
Just to start doing their clients and shit and videotaping it, it's promotion for your business. And then on top of that,
That's true.
people love seeing
Because I
anger on
watch
television.
them. Yeah. I
I
watch
was
them.
say, them
Okay,
get
it's not just me.
millions
Thank
of
God.
views.
I always tell people, you got a skill or you got something you do, always record it. People want to. I want to see it. I never saw nobody do nobody's feet. No, for real. Have y'all? I mean, y'all probably have.
I've been
I
at
never
a
saw
shop.
that. Really?
I massage
I haven't.
feet.
Oh, really?
Never,
Have
like,
you ever gotten a
the hurts
pedicure
and-
before?
Nah. See,
no.
so that's new. That's something new
Y'all
for me.
just
You know,
nervous.
and it's-
That's why y'all be so
I
angry
thought
out
that
here.
everybody got pedicures. Like I did a guy's feet, and he's like, "Yeah, this is my first pedicure." I'm like, "In your
Huh?
life ever?"
Yeah, I never
Yeah,
got
I never
pedicure.
got that.
What?
Yeah.
That's why we walk so
Wow.
gracefully.
Yeah.
We just go.
Alrighty.
They be rubbing
Well,
us
I mean,
down.
I'm down to try it out to
I'm
try to get a
I'ma book
pedicure.
y'all when we done, when we wrap
You
up.
going?
Oh,
God,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Where can they find you at if they want to get some services done?
For free.
Well,
Small fee.
Oh my God, we can do it.
We're just talking shit. Tell us your prices. For free.
so right now I'm not offering them to the public as of yet, because like I said, I want to make sure I'm licensed and I got everything. You know, I want to make sure my
Hit her up still.
my I's are dotted and my T's are crossed and all of that.
I got you.
But for fun foot facts and you know, for dates that I am going to be launching for the for the products that I will be selling, you can follow me at Healed by Nature. That's HEELED by Nature on
Nice.
Instagram.
Dope.
What's a fun foot fact?
That's a good question.
That is
What's a
you
fun
smoothed
foot
it in
fact?
there. I'm like, oh, that caught me. Or tell us a fun foot
A
fact.
fun foot fact is that our feet are connected to every nerve and organ in our body.
Mm.
Wow.
So when my shit hurt,
Your whole body hurt.
something else in here can be hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's hurting.
And that's why y'all would book a reflexology with my girl.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
For
yes.
sure. For sure.
Bust some things.
I got a question to wrap it back around to y'all. How are y'all healed by nature, or how has nature healed y'all? I can tell my way. So, for instance, on a mentally, in a spiritual way, I like going to sit in the park in the summertime at Euclid Creek, not like around everybody, but like in the woods type shit, and sit on a rock and be next to water. It heals me by releasing tension. It makes me feel like
You can breathe.
What's
I
that
can
guy's
breathe.
name?
Who?
Who sits there?
Infinite water.
He says he does that.
He said,
Infinite water.
no, what's the guy's name who sits there at the bonfire pit? Who has his little
Oh.
bike and shit?
Dude.
Oh, Will Fitzgerald.
Will.
yeah,
Shout out to
Shout out to Will
man.
Fitzgerald. He
Will
does
be
that a
out
lot,
here.
though.
He'll be out here.
He just
Shout
goes
to
out.
Will.
Like one time I was at Edgewater. He was out there in the middle of Edgewater with a campfire lit.
Yeah, bro. They
Like,
all
yeah.
went to it. They was like, yeah, we going to this dude over there. He got a
Yeah.
campfire. I'm like, that's Will.
Seeing them everywhere.
Yeah, that nigga bike be everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, because nature's healing though, and he's saying that too. He said it's his most meditative state when he gets outside, and like today the sun was out, and I was like, oh
yeah, you
yes,
feel good.
We
It-
should have
it
linked
heals
up
you.
at Cleveland, not Cleveland Creek, Euclid Creek.
Cleveland Creek. That should be a new thing.
No, we don't need a Cleveland Creek.
Cleveland Creek. You just got to charge a small fee to get in and keep it up. That's about it.
$1.
Yep. So
$1.
how are y'all healed by nature?
Raw. I'm in the
Okay.
sun. So for me personally, just reconnecting. I do sun gazing a lot. So just taking that time to actually just stare at it and just download the messages that's needed from my spirit. Taking a moment to allow my third eye to be open within that second. So really, I've just been connecting a lot with Ra. For Mama Earth, just grounding, taking your shoes off. You can say that. You see me a bunch of times without my shoes on.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
always taking my shoes
Always
off.
Why you not doing it right now?
Yeah, huh?
Why you
No
not doing it
ground.
now?
It snowed.
You say you want to
I bet they
ground.
got their limits, baby.
Well, these ain't flippers. But yeah, so I'm huge into grounding. That's just is a detox. All those chemicals can come out of you. You can just reconnect with Earth for a second. She's shooting energy back up into me. I've had plenty moments. Putting your palms, sitting them in the grass and just breathing through your palms. You can reconnect with nature just by going outside.
Absolutely.
It's not hard, y'all. Just go outside and just walk.
What you mean? No, for real.
Your dumb ass
No,
out.
believe it or not, I do meet some people that do not know. They know how to go outside, but they don't know what you mean by just go walk around the
Okay.
corner. They be like, "What you mean? I walk?"
The dogs be peeing.
Yeah.
Like, honey,
Just go for a walk.
go
Smell
wash your feet afterward.
So
or
breathe.
go get a foot massage and a wash by
Yeah.
your girl here.
Yeah. So me and Calvin went to the park, and he was just like,
Brother Calvin.
shout out to Brother Calvin. And he was like, man, I haven't just walked the park in a long time. I'm like, well, just soak it up. I'm like, just focus on you walking. I'm like, don't think, just see what you feel, see what you smell. Because you'll start to see that nature has a smell to it, which most people are oblivious to, you know, which he was like, damn, I forgot how good it smells outside, you know, and that was something that really triggered him emotionally. Like, he was so in tune again, just smelling grass and the leaves and stuff. And he was just captivated by that, just like, man, I haven't smelled this in a long time. So just going outside and just listening, breathing, hearing, feeling all over again.
Take y'all ass outside.
Take your ass outside. It was a perfect day to go outside. So go out there.
Yeah.
No matter how old you get, though, man, I know it's getting more difficult the older we get, but that's when it becomes more valuable, when you create that time to have that self-care. Last year, I spent a lot of time outside. And just paying attention to all the elements, like, so having bonfires with the fire, you see fires dancing, it creates that warmth. You hear the breeze of air, you hear like the groundedness, head ass.
Putting the noise for you.
Like, you feel the coolness of the ground. You just drink water, y'all. That's where I was really leading to. Drink y'all motherfucking water. That's how I get healed by nature. If y'all stay here and y'all taking BS after BS after BS after BS, and y'all don't drink water, or even at least shower or wash your hair, or you can even use it as sound, just taking your water, your intake of water, your times a day, because it literally flushes out your body. I just recently did a Fruitarian Diet for 4 days off and then 4 days again. And it was really, it created a lot of peace for me. It gave me time to not try to create conversation when it wasn't necessary. It gave me time to really think about what I want to say, listen to what people have to say. Naturally, I'm a chatterbox, but it was like, think about what you say, because, like, what if this is your last breath? And, like,
and that's deep.
Type shit.
For real.
Like, and so it was just helpful.
Dang. That's deep. that stuck with me, because not trying to bring this up, but it's somebody that just passed away. He was our age, 28. I was like, damn. He probably never expected he's going to pass away, you know? And that's just, when you said that, that's just deep, though. You got to enjoy every moment. Yep. But to wrap back around it, how about you, Brother Dony T?
You like to piggyback off what she said, you feel me? Like, alkaline your body, put the water in it. Time to time, exactly what Freedom said, too, though, the vitamin D with the sunlight. I go out at, like, on the summertime, I was out every single day I could. Have my, like, you know, time and time, too. I just go times where I just grow all my hair out. You know, and go in and just walk in the sun. So combination of all of that. I like the sea moss too.
Sea moss.
Shea butter, all, like, you know, so it's just natural. You know, just like literally getting back to the nitty gritty with the natural any way you can.
Being that indigenous folk again.
Right, you already know. Yeah, like for real.
Indigenous.
And
I
get
like these
plants in
words.
your
I like
house,
y'all
too.
words. Plants is a good thing.
Plants
Yeah,
in your
plants,
house is
yeah.
so phenomenal.
You know what? I don't have any plants, but I'm starting to like
fasting too. Fasting. I forgot about fasting. You know, you can be
Fasting.
fasting. Yeah.
How do you fast?
But like really I don't really I'm aware of us like mentally and spiritually, but like really I just go like my version of fasting, just drinking water all day for like probably like 2 days. I ain't got to the, like, you know, I'll be fasting, call myself fasting, but still listen to some hip hop and rap though. Oh
yeah.
You know, so but like just really, so to answer your question, like physically fasting.
Yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. I believe in just, you know, the fasting, detox, and all that. You know what I mean?
What have you done?
Like detox? Why? So
No,
fast?
just fasting. As a fasting wise, what's something you took away from yourself for a time?
Right. Oh, the Kush, man. I mean, for real though. Yeah, I went 3 months where I was smoking Kush, you know, and that was from when is that? From October already to January, you know, and that was my fast.
How did you feel after, like, during and after that?
Believe it or not, I felt the same way. Ain't that crazy? 'Cause, you know what I mean? Because getting fried is cool and all, but it's like I don't know.
You know how to tap back into getting taken care of business for real.
Like,
You be like, all right, this is great. All right, now I'm about to drive Uber for 5 hours.
Yeah, for real. And that's just me. So, yeah, but of course when I went back, you know, it was like a week before I went to Vegas, so it felt great. You know, it felt great getting high and all that.
Yeah.
But I do believe in detoxes, though. And 2 years ago, I went vegetarian for 2 months, and that was the biggest detox in my life. Because that made me feel like real light. I felt like a light person.
It's real shit.
Yeah, and of course I went back eating chicken, but that 2 months was amazing.
Yeah.
Why did I go back? I got hungry. I'll be real.
There's a lot of alternatives to if you and I don't say I'm not going to push veganism onto anyone because your body, your choice. Your body know what it like, and your body gonna say, hey, don't do that shit again. However,
Cut that shit up.
however, I think that it's extremely important to at least take a break from the shit. Like at least once or twice a month, if you can do that, once a week, because a lot of times we always thought that we had to have meat with every meal, or we have to have meat every day of the week. When I went vegan, I got off of vegan, I ate chicken for a month straight, 3 times a day, and when I tell you, your girl was sick from both ends. It was all bad. And I'm like, what is going on? My body was like, remember what we talked about? And I'm like, okay, body, I'm sorry. But now I eat it occasionally, and it's a good balance. And so I'm cutting it out now because I'm starting to see like bumps on my face. But even still, it's a balance with everything you want to do.
That's what I was going to say. That's one of the major ways that I heal with nature is watching what I put in my body. Because it definitely reflects from the inside. So.
And then even looking at it like that too, I'm starting to see. I never even looked at it like that before. That makes so much sense. What I put in my body is what come out. But now even looking at it like that, I like how that do. For real. Because it truly do change the way. Like you'll be thinking something different, and you ain't took in something simple as meat.
And it also has a wonderful mental effect on you. So
discipline and patience. You'll sit there and be like, I'm hungry, and like naturally your body will react. Okay, let me get into the motion of getting food.
Right.
But like when you go on a fast, you're like, I'm hungry. And you're like, oh, yeah, I forgot I'm fasting. No, I'm not really hungry. Because then you start to listen to your body. You'll listen to whether your stomach is growling. You'll listen to whether or not your mouth is salivating or that you're actually hungry.
Exactly.
And it's like, it's a different feeling. Because I'm like,
your spirit and your flesh fighting right now. They said, nigga,
no,
I rule.
for real.
I rule this right now. And he's like, no. And then like your spirit get that win when you say, no, I did it the whole day. For real. So like that's what life all about. That little spirit and flesh battle.
The biggest fast I've ever done was I fasted for 7 days.
Kudos. Like no food, no anything.
Only water.
Oh yeah, you good.
You
see, I can do 2 days a day.
Yeah.
I think the longest I've done was
the
longest I've done was just water. 3 days probably.
That's still good. I mean, you can say no to your flesh then.
Yeah.
So that mean your spirit's still probably over there winning.
I was
for
asleep
sure.
most of those times.
She said I'm asleep though.
I had to preserve all the energy I could because I'm like, yo, if I'm up, I'm done. I think I took a shortcut out of that one for sure. But I want to be able to do 7 straight like that.
Yeah, that's impressive for real.
Some people live off of not eating and would like literally what they call it. You know how SpongeBob was in there filter feeding? Like that's a real thing.
Yeah.
He was like breathing through it. He took energy. He literally knew how to cultivate energy from the earth and feed his body without physically feeding his body. And I'm like, it's this guy who I don't actually know his name. I don't know where I got this resource from, but I remember seeing it. And that he like literally just lived like that. He was just meditating in some cave. Like his body looked super sickly, but he was mad connected to his spirit. And I was just like, I'm not gonna do that, but I know it's possible.
You know, that's what I was gonna say. That the only regret that I have from that water fast is I lost so much weight and I still haven't been able to get it back. Not that I'm complaining or anything, but I miss my ass, I miss my hips, so.
It's so interesting how you can manipulate food, though. That's what I'm learning, because I learned, even with just doing a fruit diet, and it's primarily sugars, I learned that, okay, I can't do no more than 5 days of sugar because then I'm taking in too much sugar. And it's just like I'm doing these different fasts just to kind of isolate that food in my body so I know how it's going to react to me versus reading the book, because it's more fun to experiment physically than read the book.
Right,
but I also downloaded books because I just got a juicer, so now I'm ready for this fucking journey.
Oh yeah, she ready.
This journey gonna be lit, because who
ready.
doesn't like a juicer? Although I regret juicing oranges with the peel on because I taste the peel.
I love it.
I did not like it.
I did not like it.
But maybe it wasn't organic. You gotta add a lot of stuff to mask it.
Oh.
But yeah, I like it though.
I didn't do any of that.
She said no. She said I'm cool on that.
Yeah.
Oh no, if I could do that, because I was sitting there, I'm like, maybe I should just like add ginger, or like maybe I should add something. That's
the
it?
ginger made it.
Okay, heard that.
No, the ginger made it very strong, but like ginger and apples.
Okay.
And celery.
And celery.
Yeah.
And some cucumbers.
Let me save my notes.
Yeah,
real quick.
cucumbers too. Yeah, you already know.
Some good alkaline in that too.
Oh, also, if y'all want to use Apple Pay or something like that, hit me up on Instagram, because I got my juicer for $69, and it's like a super premium one. I got it for $69. I paid $20 on Apple Pay, Afterpay, and I only pay like every 2 weeks or something like that. So just throwing it out
I keep
there.
hearing about this Afterpay.
I get $7 if
it's
y'all
like
come
a
sign
mini
up with
credit.
me. No, it's not credit at all.
But it's like it though, like payments in a way.
It's payments.
Yeah.
But it's not on your credit?
No.
What? So
You don't need it. Look how happy you got.
No, but listen, so what if y'all get this and just say, fuck it, I'm not making no payments? It don't affect your credit?
No, it's some type of penalty.
Okay.
You just
He
won't
said
be able
no,
to
it's
really use it.
No, it ain't gonna be
I don't
though.
think
They ain't gonna be like, oh, sorry.
They don't ask for your social or
Take
anything
those
like that. I
shoes.
just don't think they'll let you like. I think probably the company itself will hit you up. Like
think Nike,
Forever
like, if you
21's
were
like, yo,
Nike.
you got my shit over there, fam. But
It'll be some type of case. It gotta be
said
something.
you just can't never use Apple Pay again. After Pay again.
Okay.
I
You
missed
think
one
you can run
payment.
that bitch all the way up. You can run that bitch all the way high. Hey, I ain't paying shit.
I ain't paying shit,
You
bro.
feel me? And be gone.
Go make a
Talking,
big
nigga.
investment.
Yes.
I'm getting
I'm
like,
telling
look.
you.
Where's our money?
I don't know.
I mean, you gotta put a big amount down anyway. So I mean,
okay,
but
okay,
that's
okay.
it's still discounted. Like they gave me an $800 limit first, and then I missed one payment. They like, yeah, no, your shit $200 now. Your limit is $200. I'm like,
Oh yeah, that's
I'm
how
a day late.
One.
Yeah, they serious about this
Yeah,
shit.
they don't
though.
play
But
no
'cause you
games.
could talk to them and say you can't make this payment on time. They're very flexible.
Yeah.
So that's the
Okay,
thing. They're
okay.
like, just communicate. If your bills ain't straight, you could pay it later.
I
It might be
forgot.
$1, $2 more, but they make that very clear. Like
Right.
you just
forgot.
need to pay this shit. Yeah. And real quick, for those who don't know how to fast, because I'm a person who don't fast, especially not eating nothing. I ain't at that point. But I will cut out sweets. I'll cut off meat for a time period because that's what I can do with my body. You know, especially our gym rats out there. It's kind of hard to say I'm not eating and I just worked out all day. You know, that's not really. It's a thing. You know, there's people who do it, but for me, I'd be laid out. So take out certain things if you know. All
that's
right.
still fasting.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, we all talked about just water. You feel? Not everybody's at that point to just be like,
Just water.
You feel me? Like I'm not at that point
What's it,
to
just
say,
drink water?
Yeah, I'm saying fasting comes in many different ways.
Oh, hell. No.
They only drank
Oh,
water.
baby, fuck no.
Really?
Yeah,
Just in your
you was
face.
in the background.
That's all y'all would do is just drink water?
Yeah, yeah. That's why I said I ain't
No,
there.
she's reigning champ. She's reigning champ right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Have fun, y'all. But go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying for people out there, it's all types. You can do a fast from your phone, fast from TV. You know, it don't
Whatever.
have to.
Sorry,
No, go
whatever
ahead.
it is that you harp over, you know.
Woo.
Yeah. Social media. It's all types of fasts. It don't have to just be food. It's something to bring comfort and rejuvenation to your spirit.
Yep.
So whatever you feel like you're addicted to, take a week off, take a day off. You know, that day will really change your shit. Leave your phone at home when you go to work or go kick it with your friends. Just leave it.
Just don't get kidnapped in the meantime.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Nia Kai.
Just saying. Turn your GPS on in the car. We still care about you.
That's true. Hey, no, that's true. That's true. You know, earlier I was talking to somebody. They was like, I need to work on my faith. I was like, what you mean? It's like, you know, it's sometimes when you want to do something, but you always get like that kind of nervous feeling, that fear of failure or some shit like that. And it's like, you know, if you have faith, you should never feel that way. And I was like, oh my God, that all hit me at that moment.
This shit been smacking you left and right.
He said this shit was mad. You left.
It was. I was just like, what? You know, but that's true though. I really believe that. So how do y'all gain faith, or how do y'all keep faith going through hard times or challenging times, I should say?
I don't think about it.
You don't think about it?
I literally
You just live in it?
So, like, my thing is, if it's long term, I just have to, okay, this is what I need to do. All right, I'm going to just do it. I can't think about it. If I think about it, I'm fucked up. I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, this doubt starts to come in. This anxiety comes in. Not my anxiety, because we don't claim anxiety here at the Lavish Journey, okay?
I mean,
But it
Say
ain't
what you gotta
ours.
say.
That's somebody else.
let's go ahead.
He was like, don't speak for all of us.
I mean,
But, like, for me, I just cannot think about it. If I sit here and I just have enough confidence to just start it, then there's no way that I can't end it. Except for when I can't end it.
Yeah. I'm still learning.
Oh God.
Yeah, like I'm still learning to actually be like, all right, no fear. That's a much easier said than done thing for me. Reality, you know, fear keeps you alive to a degree. Fear can be healthy, you know, but when you just doubt yourself to an over extent, or that you don't do something that you're meant to do, that's when it's dangerous, because you're always procrastinating. You always put it to the side and become self-doubtful. So for me personally, that's just the point where I have to, like you said, just tune out those voices, but they're very strong. You know,
And they are.
They're very strong.
Hey, nigga. See, that's how it be. Don't see him every year.
That's how it be.
Oh, child. That's a banger for the books.
For real though.
Shout out to the volume of these headphones real quick. Your girl could have lost her hearing,
She
but we
said,
still
"Damn."
here.
I'm about to save this part.
You said she did it so smooth. That she said, "Shit."
I had to slide. I was going to walk away with that one. That sounded like one of my spirit guys. Oh, you here?
She's like,
I thought we talked earlier.
But-
That's hilarious.
But no, that's real. Back what you said though. Back what both y'all said. You're right though. It's better to just just go with the flow. Just whatever. Let me just make the best of it. Do what you got to do. And yeah, I think we all working on it. Like you said though, it's a process. But I'm gaining. You know what I mean? Learning faith more and more and more, and getting more connected to it day by day. But it's definitely a process though to just say fuck. You know, fuck all that. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
It's best learned through like trials and tribulations though. I won't say like the reason why I just have to go and do it, like I just don't want to see it, because like every situation I get caught into, it's more likely like, oh, this some fucked up shit. Oh, this hurts so much. And you be like, okay, well, since this hurts so much, let me see why this is hurting. It's like being a doctor of your spirit. So it's like if I cut my hands, right? Oh, okay. I see that it's cut. I see that it's bleeding. What do I need to do? Okay, I need to stop the bleeding. I need to patch it up. So if you learn these things that you're doing in your mistakes, or your lessons, I should say, then you learn to carry those tools with you when coming to face a similar type of fear in the future.
Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful. I put some of that down on my phone. But that was beautiful. No, that was
She
well
said,
said.
"Shut up."
That was well said. Yeah, I just want to bring that up because I don't know, somebody brought that up. It helped me look at life like, whoa, because I'm about to move to LA, and then sometimes I get like happy and I get nervous. I go, oh shit, you know, always that fear of failure kind of kick in a little bit. Well, you go out there and fuck up, but well, you go out there and thrive. So yeah, that's what I've been going through lately with that, and I'm just learning to lean more towards the faith and believe in self and in God, of course, but you know, overall self, and keep it going, man.
Just believe.
Yep, just believe.
And just do, like you said, both of y'all just doing it.
Yeah.
I think doing it shows faith.
Yeah.
You know, we always look for an end result, but it's like,
Facts.
just do it. Fuck
You
it.
ain't gonna know what you doing.
You ain't gonna know
I need
it.
the end result though.
Nah, and that's my problem. I see it all the way through. Like it has to be like this instead of just start, because you don't know how fucked up it could be. You know, you go through hoops backwards, forwards, sideways, diagonal. You know, but it's gonna be an end result as long as you start, and consistency. So that's something, like I said, it's the fear, but it's just starting. That's my whole thing. It's just you just gotta start. You know, and then just stay consistent. So consistency is the main thing, not the fear. It's just starting and consistency.
Just keep going.
That's
I wanna
also a
know
thing too. Go ahead.
Something very important that I read. What did it say? It said that you cannot fear anything because fear is the cousin of faith, and all fear is doing is you're having faith that something bad is going to happen and nothing good will happen. So you cannot have fear. Don't believe in fear. Believe in your faith.
Right.
Believe something
control your
good is
fate.
going to happen. You control your fate.
Right.
So
Because faith is not knowing. That's what. That's all faith is. That's all it is. Not knowing.
You don't know
That's
what
all
it's
simply
gonna
it
be.
is. Right.
Oh, that's motivating, y'all.
That is motivated. Make you feel good inside. But go ahead.
And then, like, to even think about what you said about LA, big bro. Even with that one, you can't even think about it. You know, it's a purpose. You're going out there.
Yeah.
And as far as like you can, God, and like, you know, and faith is not knowing. Simple as that. That's why, like, you know, it's really simple as that.
Yeah.
To go along with what she said as well.
Yep. Yeah, that's the journey I'm on right now. So yeah. Faith.
Yeah. But
Pretty sure a lot of us, we all on that journey in some type of way in our own personal lives. So yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But like anytime you think you're gonna fail, you're gonna sit there and be like, man, but like when has your God ever failed?
That's real.
Ooh.
No, that's real.
Let-
That's real.
Let go of control. That is
Let go of
faith
control?
itself. Like a lot of times, say if you wanted to throw a party, and you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna make sure I have this and I have that, I have this and I have that, and then people are gonna do this at that time, people are gonna do this at that time, and it's gonna turn out this way, and everyone's going to enjoy themselves at the party. That's the end goal, right? And then like when people get here, they're not doing what you want, and they're not moving the way you want, they're not having the party that you want, right? And so you're frustrated about the party not turning out the way you want it, but in the end, everyone is still having a good time because ultimately that's what you wanted. So a lot of times when we walk these paths of faith and we understand ourselves being like this person who is just trying to figure out our end goal, we have to understand that like everything that happens for us or to us, it's like, it's kind of like it's a balance between free will and destiny.
Easy.
So although I sit here and I drop the water in the big pool of it or whatever, I can't control how the waves are gonna go. As long as I drop that water and make motion, then I know whatever it is I manifest is gonna come out and come back to me. So you just gotta have faith that you're gonna make it to LA, but be very specific about your manifestations.
Exactly. It's power in that not knowing.
You gotta be specific. Okay, I'm gonna make it to LA. LA, then what? Like, I want to be happy in LA. I want to be financially abundant in LA. I want to be able to take my career off in LA. Like, these are things that you have to affirm versus like, yeah, I'm gonna just make it to LA, because you can be in LA.
Yeah, I'm hip. Trust me, I know.
She real.
I'm hip, and that's guaranteed not gonna happen. No, I ain't going out there broke. But yeah, I do agree on that though. Very specific and very detailed, and that's what I've been working on lately. Like, I know I want to do, but I'm trying to get into detail so I can have everything. Not just like what I want to do. And like you said, I throw the rock in the water and just watch the rivers go. Yeah, and be the water.
Hey.
But yeah,
I love that. I love that.
Vent
so
session
much.
of the day. You got any topics, my brother?
Okay, so this is something me and my friend was talking about. So within this lifetime, you ain't gonna find it on there.
He said, let's get busy.
Oh, yeah,
He said, let's get busy.
oh, up here?
He said, let's go to the vault, man. Let's go to the vault.
Oh, yeah, no, that ain't even for today. This type of topic ain't even for today.
Oh my jeepers.
Okay, a friend of ours was talking about, your parents, who they represent within this lifetime. But then previous lifetimes, you could feel like they were someone else to you. Like some people have a great relationship with their parents, mother, father, and they was like, we're like best friends. So maybe in the past lifetime, they was actually your best friend, or even friendships. Sometimes you feel like I feel like he was my brother. Well, in this lifetime, he's my brother. Even though we're not blood, no, this is my family. So who are some people within your lives that they might just, the label is a friend, the label is a mom, a dad, a cousin, but who do you feel like within your spirit they actually were in a previous lifetime or in this lifetime?
No, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, that's something else.
Y'all ever had those people come to you like, I feel like we met before?
Yeah.
Those type of people. So
It
like,
used to be Native American people. I'd be like, what you mean, nigga? You don't know me, nigga.
It was them.
We met
he
before.
said,
I
"You
sure
my
we
brother."
did.
I'd be sitting there, like he said exactly what, like a couple of them came and said, I feel like I know you in a past lifetime. I'm like, huh? And I'm like, nigga, what you say, man? You know?
Not the glasses, stop.
Your
But, like,
energy
for real.
read. Your energy reads.
I'm about to say it,
Yeah.
though.
The energy
reads.
never dies. It just transforms and evolves into
Absolutely.
something new. So you've been here many a times. That's why we're here figuring this out. Earth is this learning planet. So we're relearning and learning all over again. This is just a cycle. So they've met you before. They're just in tune with this spirit. I met you before. I don't know where. I don't know what lifetime I can pinpoint it. But right now I know you. My
The
spirit
soulmate, soul
recognizes
family
you.
connections, for sure.
So that's why I said really my friends are the ones who I tend to meet and be like, you're my family. That's why I call them soul family. Yeah, you're my friend, but to me it's soul family. It's treasured, it's deep, and especially all of the male friends I have, well, the ones I grew up with, those are my brothers. We come from some higher whatever source and we all came down together. Like that's a fact. Because there's just this bond. It's a brotherly bond that I've never had with anybody else. He remind me of an uncle, but this is my brother.
my
He said he remember me, man.
Yeah, but we be sitting back and chilling.
Yeah, I'll take the role.
We sit back and chill. I'm like, damn, we old. Like I remember that day we was watching Jerron and Ashley film.
Oh,
and we were just
yeah,
sitting there,
yep.
I'm like, damn, we old as fuck. It was like watching the kids. Like watching kids in the backyard.
Don't touch that now.
Yeah, that's how it was.
Y'all over there doing? Y'all better cut.
Yeah, that's how we be. But and then my sister, she's more. I really can't describe my
Shout out
sister.
to Nyla,
Yeah,
y'all.
shout out to Nyla. But I feel like we came from each other,
Absolutely.
to a degree. I really feel like we split. What's up, twin? You feel me? I'm gonna come here first, and then you come after me. Type shit.
Sorry to interrupt, but to go back when you said like a few podcasts ago, when you said one day y'all, it feels like y'all can speak to each other without being, physically.
do.
Yeah,
We do it all the time.
I've been thinking about that ever since, man.
Yeah.
Is that true, for real?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You thought he was capping?
No.
Yeah. we're very telepathic.
Yeah, telepath. That's the word. Yeah.
Like we read each other's thoughts all the time. Especially when she was here, she'd be like, "Zah, chill out," because I'll be thinking, I'm like, "How the fuck you know that?" It catches me off guard, but I'm like, "It's Nyla." You know, when you grow up, you're just that in sync with each other.
Yeah.
You know, and even now, we're still in sync. She's so far, but it's like, I know what you're thinking. I know where you at. You fine. You know, so it's just that knowing. So back to y'all. Who is somebody you might have met, friends, family, that you just feel like you're my sister, soul family, cousin, best friend within this lifetime?
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a deep breathing.
Y'all both breathe at the same time.
We had to find
I said it's them two.
Yeah, I'm about to say, well, it's one of these.
Cause man, you really gotta think about that shit.
And I may have to think about it more, but right now I can honestly say I don't think I've ever met a soulmate before. I don't think so. But my great grandmother, when she held my baby brother when he was like 2 years old, she called him by my grandfather's name, and he came over to her. Then she was like, "Come sit in my lap," and she rocked him to sleep, calling him by my grandfather's name. And my little brother, he responded to it like it resonated with him every time she said his name. And me and my sisters just sat there and we were like, wow.
And she just knew. The fact she just knew, like, come here, I know it's you.
Wow.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's something else right there. That's like a living testimony.
Yeah.
For real.
The power of spirit is crazy.
I don't know, man. I don't know yet.
Just reflect. I mean, even if you don't know, I think that's something just to think about.
Yeah, it
think
is.
about your relationships with your folks. You know, your people who closest to you. Like, who are you to me? Because we all just say friend, but like, who are you really on a spiritual level? This ain't coincidence.
You know, such thing as coincidence.
I think I'm such a flighty bird. Like, I don't have a lot of people. I ain't a bird. So.
You are a bird. You are, Nia Kai.
But like, I'm very much so free spirited in a lot of ways that I move, and I think that most of the people that I connect with on like, so it's kind of like, I'll use Z as an example, and then I have like my brother, who's also Z, which is ironic. Like, we'll be separated for a long time, but it seems like we'll always cross paths and be on the same journey at some point, and then we'll leave and go on a different path, but cross paths, always be learning the same lesson. And I have that with a lot of people. A lot of people. So like my brother like Zaki, like that's like my blood brother. And so like we go months without talking, and then we'll sit and we'll catch up for like 5 hours. I'll be like, whew, I feel really connected to you again. And then it's just like, even with you and I, like, we'll just be like, oh shit, like, okay, what's up? Like, and it's never no bad blood. Like, as far as like longevity, I think I'm in the same boat as you. Like, I don't really have people who are my super soul family, like my tribe yet. I don't think it's here in Ohio at all. I think I need to be able to get out of here to be able to find people who move like me realistically. Like, this one was a rare gem for sure. And then like probably 3-4 other people who are rare gems, but I gotta go.
Yeah, I feel this. Oh, you think from soul family? Oh, yeah, I got a lot of soul family then.
My nigga.
I was trying to answer from the whole, but yeah, but soul family wise, yeah. But somebody I met before is like, feel like I've known you for, years.
I tried to explain it. I'm sorry.
No. But no, you explained that well though. I ain't trying to dip off nowhere else. Go ahead, but yeah.
Yeah. I know you meet a ton of your soul family.
Yeah.
You like me, we communicate. We're communicators within this lifetime, so we're meant to just network and keep on moving. Yeah. But it's just knowing who's meant to stick around. Because I meet a lot of leaves that's on my tree, but they change every season. Yeah. So it's the ones who become the branches to my tree that I know is longevity.
That's true. Because everybody I know who's in my circle, like all y'all, for years, you know what I mean? Years,
I know you. Since a child.
Yeah, for real.
That with the babies.
That's how it is. Like all my bros I known for years. I known Dony T for years, I know Jerron for years, Z for years. Everybody, Randall, all of them
we
for years. You see what I'm saying?
We grew up together. Michaela.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really so on a soul family part, hella people. Yeah. But on a level like a.
Who would you be to me?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a reflect.
I'm gonna answer that question.
Nephew.
I'm gonna answer that question in a month.
And I'll say I know Jerron not gonna like this, but I feel like Jerron is our youngest brother.
Spirit.
Yeah. Like I think he's our youngest because he's the baby. He's the oldest, but he is the baby out of us. And you always be like, you dealing with this nigga, but it's just like there's just
No, Gerard.
I know
He gonna watch this one day.
I know, but
Yeah,
okay. But it is that like it's a big brother mentality I have with him. It's very chill, but I just feel like I'm your big brother. I gotta look after you because not too many people. Your other brothers is like, nigga, you fucking up.
Yeah, I'm that asshole, brother. Look here, this your third fucking time you done fucked up. All right.
Yeah,
The door gonna be open, but I'm not coming to bring you inside this door.
Duality. You feel me? He need both because you the type get your shit together.
A couple chest punches real quick.
Yeah.
But no, you're right though.
Yeah, and I'm the one. All right, come on, let's talk. What's up? How you feeling, bro? Like you got a vent.
You got any siblings?
No.
Good.
That's why I'm like that though. You know what I mean?
You laugh too hard at chest punches.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
You think that shit funny?
I guess so. You know, discipline was a big part of my life growing up. You know what I mean? Not getting my ass whooped all the time because after a while that didn't matter.
Chest punches came.
Yeah, all that stuff. You know, mentally, this would take away your phone and stuff. You know, take away. You can't call nobody. You can't go out. Oh man,
that fucked me up.
You can't go out. I can't go outside. And it'd be for like a month. It don't be like 2-3 days. Yeah, that's good.
It was a month.
Yeah, it's been a while. I was getting in trouble, man. Or they be like, all right, you go outside. You know, this day since it's been a while, and then bring your ass right back in.
Oh, they just like get your ass inside.
I wasn't bad. I just got F's. Yeah.
So the actual law was.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say originally. Was you didn't get straight A's in college, did you?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great turnaround.
No, I actually did. I graduated.
He graduated.
Yeah.
He did great.
Yeah, I graduated cum laude. I got straight A's in college like 3 or 4 times, I think.
My apologies.
Yeah, but that's.
The thing that we feared the most ended up happening when it was least expected. Nobody wanted to tell nobody.
But I did terrible all until high school. I got straight F's. Brush, I did the best, and I got 2.0 there. That's not good. That's what CD average. So yeah.
C's to get degrees.
See, I mean,
No,
I graduated brush with a
don't listen to me.
1.6 though. I graduated with a D and an F average.
How did you do that?
I don't know.
It's possible. It's definitely like
What you graduate with?
a 2.5.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I mean, but
My
I guess
grandparents, my grandparents.
Oh, that's not high enough.
Hell no. It was
Like 2.5.
that's
That's
like
a B.
2.5 at y'all school is probably like 3 point something.
So what you graduate with?
It's like a 4.0.
I had a 3.7 in my school.
Oh, I can see.
Again, though, think about the curriculum. No, you have to understand the curriculum. Like, I literally was learning the same thing repetitive from 9th grade.
All right, cool.
Hey, fuck y'all. You know
Hey,
it.
you know what? We should have known you back then. Could do some homework. You know.
I mean,
what I'm
but
saying?
you got straight A's in college. I dropped out, so that don't.
It balances out though. Duality.
Duality.
Tune into last week's episode.
What about you, Leslie? What GPA you had in high school?
To be honest,
Go ahead, speak your truth.
Talk your shit.
I feel like to be honest, I don't know. I didn't care.
What do you feel in your
I
spirit?
I graduated.
You said I graduated.
I feel it.
You got
I'm
a
pretty
diploma.
sure it was like in the high 2s though.
Okay,
I'm pretty
2s.
sure it was up there.
We up there.
Only nigga in the one.
What you
What about you, bro?
Wait, can I add something first?
Uh-huh.
I just want to let y'all know how messed up the system is. So, mind you, I had a 3.7, but I missed 100 days of school. And, like, literally,
I would have had a 0.6.
like,
There was
when
too
I
many
tell
art
you,
tech.
I used to, I skipped school from
Never mind.
my first semester till lunch. And, like, the teachers, I would just have a mouthpiece on me. I'd be like, hey, what's up? You know, miss such and such. And, like, they'd be like, oh, yeah, you know, you need to make this up. I'd be like, all right, I got you. Never do it. They'd be like, oh, no, I just understand you're smart. And I just skate through the shit. So, it's like.
Same here. Yeah.
Wowzers. Yeah, I didn't either, man. What about you, brother Donnie T?
Get your ass in this classroom.
I think I feel like a 2-3.
2-3? That's good. Everybody pretty good. That's
Shout out
good.
to us.
Shit,
Y'all
yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Like one thing about me though, I feel like a 2-3, but like I couldn't pass that OGT. So like it's
Really?
like I was taking that OGT up until the summertime, and then and then I think I just sent them an email like, look.
You said,
He said, look at him taking college initiatives. Pass this man.
For those
you said I tried.
For real though.
Say how much you got in your pocket today, bruh.
whoever out there listening, and y'all not from the States or Ohio, we had this thing called Ohio graduation test. We had to take 5 parts, which was reading, writing, math, social studies, and science.
Or even if you're Generation Z, they don't have to do that.
They don't have to. So this is a throwback for
Yeah,
them.
throwback.
This is a throwback. So in order to graduate, you have to take them all.
Graduating.
Yeah. And
It
if you
was
didn't
a-
pass it, you fail.
And then I'm gonna say this on the real
5 times.
too. To go exactly what she said, it was a joke, but it's real serious. I ain't gonna say your name, but I really did pay money.
No, I did say it in a joke, but I know the business for
I
sure.
did pay money like this.
It's like $250.
And it's real bullshit. They don't even gotta take it because I paid. I didn't pass that shit. Yeah.
How do you think all these people get into college? You could pay for OGT. $250 or something like that.
I had to take it to my like you said, my last time right before I graduated. I was panicking my whole senior year because they said you won't graduate, you don't pass it.
Fold under pressure.
So I just had to pay $250 and that would have been it.
Damn.
I didn't know
You wasn't even here.
That's because that's the CMSD shit.
They put all that stress on you,
No, for
brother.
real,
They
I
put
did.
all that
Listen, my
stress
whole
on
senior year, I had fun, of course, but I was always thinking, if I fail this test, nigga, ain't gonna be happening no more fun.
Right, that's
Hey, be a super senior.
Hey, graduation would have hit. Where Justin at? Shit, I was sick. Nah, but
Hey, you mind glug me in my cup too?
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you.
drinking that good old sweet red wine. Since we still talking about friends real quick, hold on. I got a quick
many
thing.
of us have them?
What do I have in? I got like 4 questions about friends. Let me see. Which one I'm going to? I'm going this one. What are the most common reasons for friendships to fall apart?
Bring it back now, y'all.
Bad communication.
Oh, indeed.
That's a good one.
Lack of acceptance and acknowledgement.
Accountability.
Ooh, that was my next day. Action and apologizing too.
Thank you.
That's the 5 days I live by.
Yeah, I feel y'all on accountability. Communication is a big one for me. I think communication probably, you know what I mean? That's probably the reason why I felt with a lot of people in the past. Communication, honestly. He said, she said shit and all that. It's like, and accountability, that's a good one, though. That's a good one. I'll be holding people to that expectation. I was like, you know what? At that point, fuck it.
Having acceptance, right?
Yeah, I just, yeah. Y'all both, yeah. Y'all said some good shit. Y'all answered that quick.
Right.
We used to be learning
Women
about
fall out quick.
Yeah. I was trying to get my mind together to find an answer. They answered it quick. I'm like, shit, let me start talking.
I think that goes
Women be
hand
having
in
a
hand to why
list.
we
They
don't
be
have
like, I
so
fell out
many.
with her because of this.
It's like, all right, we know how to handle all y'all.
Since y'all not handling this so well, like, what's the longest friendship y'all had that fell apart? Like, what's the time frame of it?
Like, did we just completely fall apart and I got back cool, or like just fell apart and like
Just fell apart. Just, hey, we going separate ways. We could be cool, but
Never-
I ain't fucking with you.
oh, that's never happened to me.
Really?
Like, I mean, I'm like, it usually is the other person. Like, they be like, no, I just don't want to do it. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. And so,
but like, I always end up getting back cool with people because sometimes I can get a little crazy.
oh, that's cool.
So I come back around like, yo, you know, take accountability, to have acceptance of what I did and who this person may be. I acknowledge my actions and make sure I apologize for it,
Oh,
like genuinely.
well, that's cool. That's good.
But that's if they want to get back cool with me.
So everybody's been back cool with you. But you just said you get back cool
No.
with everybody.
I'm cool with everybody. It's whether or not they want to get back
Okay,
cool
now
with
go back
me.
to the question then. How long were y'all friends before the first initial fallout? There it goes. Nice and detailed for you.
I skipped over all of that. There's so many things that fall out with so many people, I guess. I'm just an emotional being. But
It's cool.
I think that one of my best friends from high school, me and her were friends for about 3 years.
Okay.
And I got really angry with her because I saw that her and my other friend were talking about my work. I do hair. And so I just got into braiding and they were blowing down on it. And they didn't even tell me. And I was mad hurt. And I just wanted to distance myself from them because it just was a toxic type of friendship. They all they did was talk about people, places, and things. And I'm like, I'm not on that. So she would take it to Twitter and we beef and everything. And I was just like, you know what?
You got
I
back
hated
with
that
her?
shit. Twitter beefs.
I
and shit.
talked to her.
Call
Like,
me.
Beat my
it's like
ass.
I saw
What's
that
up?
she took her business off, and so I'm like, okay, well, this is a good time to collaborate because you have products, I have my camera. But she never really fell through with it, and so it's just kind of like, okay, well, at least I have the strength to reach out and walk past that part of me that wanted to hold a grudge for real.
Like, but at what point do you feel like you should not reach out because just fuck it?
I think I have limitations. So I can reach out to any and everyone. And the amount of love that I have is infinite. So if I just give you this little piece, that's all you getting, honey. Like, you don't even get the thing that's going to even impact me. So that's like if you look at this a sky full of stars and you take one out, you don't even notice one is missing. And so eventually that star will come back, but it's just like, I'm not gonna let you mess up my galaxy for real. Fuck that.
Interesting.
What about y'all? especially hearing from the fellas, because I know it could be a little different compared to a woman. Honestly, you know, it ain't too often. I don't really know too many men who have beef. Like, I mean, it'd be like especially with their homeboys, like we don't go through too many. Yeah, it'd be beef at that point. It's like if I'm falling out, we got beef. You feel me? That's what. That's it.
I feel like guys just fight it out.
That's it. It's just beef.
Y'all just fight and then get over it.
No, like beef is a little more serious.
Yeah, it's a little more fear because I'm not fucking with you. You feel me? That's what it is. We men. Like, I'm not fucking with you.
So
like,
you know what happens when we don't fuck with each other.
It's over with. You feel me?
Y'all want to educate the public?
Go ahead, educate the public, y'all.
Y'all fall out in a group chat.
No.
Oh, no. We don't do shit like that.
So men don't fall out.
No, we don't. It's not petty. It's something like you either said about me, did something to me, and it's like we haven't resolved this shit.
Right.
You thinking it's all wavy gravy, but no, I still got. Yeah, no resolution has been handled. You feel me? You ain't paid me back for this shit. Oh yeah, I mean that's men. You feel me? But we just kind of we're more fuck them.
Yeah, that's how I
honestly, we just fuck them.
That's how I be.
I've been living wrong my whole life.
I mean, I
we
think
are different beings.
Yeah, and we're emotional, but I think we can just get over things a little quickly. You know, sometimes we just be like, all right, we just ain't cool. You know, move on about my day. It ain't gonna slow me up. You know,
don't bring that nigga around me.
Don't bring him around.
Don't wear none of his shit around me. Simple as that.
I mean, it do. It's been them times I don't even want to know. You know, don't even bring him up.
For real.
You know, but I'm at peace. You feel me? That could be peace for me. Just don't bring him up around me. You know, because I'm gonna keep moving. But once you throw that rock in my pond, now we got an issue.
That's how it was with me and my friend.
He's
like,
speaking
it was 2 years
game.
before.
Give you the game for real.
Yeah. So. But for me personally, like the dudes I fought with were really my friends. In all honesty,
Like fist fought.
2 of them, yeah.
Wow.
He said they get real.
I mean, when you that mad, I mean, but that's how men are aggressive.
That's how men.
Definitely when you younger. You don't give a fuck.
It's younger. It ain't no grown man shit. Niggas ain't just out here. Bring your bitch ass outside. We not doing
I don't
that.
got time. I'm like, bro, I'm about to shoot you, nigga. Come on, man. Get out my yard.
I'm gonna get some.
Justin, get your ass outside, nigga. Come on, man. You know what that mean when they step in your grass?
That's your ass. Heard that.
That's your ass.
No
Yeah.
games with him.
It's just a different mentality, you know, just that men have. We get over it quick, we kind of move on, and we can be at peace. If we squared away, it's because we talked. You know, it's somebody intervened. You know, like I've had a few interventions with my friends. You know, like, hey, we gotta talk to. Sorry, Devo. We gotta talk to Devo. You know, like we got we gotta square this away. We just need to talk to him.
Yep.
It wasn't on no beef and shit, but it was just something we had to address.
I don't think that ever happened in the friend groups that I was in. They'd be like, why y'all this an intervention? Y'all want to talk? I'm like,
because women lead with emotion. You feel me? A guy, we could just talk. You feel me? Even if it gets loud, it's gonna be a come down stage. You know, unless it gets to that I want to fight
Physically,
you point.
yeah.
But a lot of time, women lead off rip with, bitch. You know, we not talking no more. You can't even sit next to her without even thinking about scratching her, doing some off the top.
it's
or
an
even just,
underlying thing though with women too. It's a I won't say it's I won't sit here and be like, ooh, I just want to punch this bitch. Because a lot of us are more evolved than that. But it'd be like, we can be in the same room and then there's a power play that happens. There's a lioness thing that happens where you are playing tug of war with this woman and it's through smiles and nurturing, and it's the most scariest shit I ever seen in my life.
And that happens a lot at work when the supervisor or somebody will try to little sis you.
How do they do that? Explain. Can y'all give a scenario?
Like she said, they be over nurturing, like, oh, you got it. Oh, I'm just making sure you good.
Micromanaging,
good, sweetie. You know, micromanaging.
Yeah.
My daughter's like that.
Right. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. You can like men don't do that as soon as because it's like so many standards. It's like so many standards up. It's like nigga, you ain't about a little bro me. Nigga, I don't give a fuck how old you is or nothing, man. You know, it's not. It's
a check.
It's so many things. That's why I really respect manhood too, because there's so many rules to the point when you in violation, nigga, you out of bounds now.
Yeah. Now I gotta handle this.
Now we gotta handle. You ain't about to do none of that with me, nothing.
Nah,
bruh, it's about to go down.
It do depend on the man because there's all types, you know. But majority, it's a check moment.
If he got morals and principles, he talking about what he talking about for real though.
Because if he little bruhing me, nah, you gonna chill that out.
Right though. Nigga, what have you done to earn that situation, man?
Yeah, and I think that's just where if somebody's doing that to you, women, you know, men, check them.
Right.
You feel me? Stop. Don't do that. You know,
because your body telling you too. That's a lack of respect.
You gonna feel it? Yeah, you gonna feel it.
It's like this nigga don't respect me.
Still
Spirit telling you, so let it be known. I got a reason to believe you don't respect me, nigga.
And then,
and you call him out just like that.
Simple as that.
And you call him out just like that.
Yeah, simple as that. Make sure you
The
maintain
hands
eye
like
contact too.
Oh, stare him in the
Yeah,
eye.
stare him-
Gems out here,
like,
ladies and gentlemen.
Let's really do this now. Like
Yeah.
for real. You don't gotta be hostile. You don't gotta throw no bitch out. Nothing. Just eye contact. And
None
really
of that
what you
shit
mean.
work for women, though,
I
man.
was about to say, so we talked about this in an episode of Venus Exchange. Well, I'm also on a podcast called Venus Exchange. I didn't mention that earlier, but check us out. But we spoke about that in our episode called Woman at Work, I believe it was, and how if you do that, it doesn't matter about our eye contact or anything. If you say anything back, you're labeled as an angry black woman. Or you're labeled as aggressive.
That's okay.
So it doesn't matter because women, like you said,
Or
we operate
disrespectful.
off of emotion or disrespectful. So they take it the wrong way, no matter how you come. The fact that you step in is.
But I think that shows the power. Because to be walked on, that shows weakness.
Right.
So do you want to walk in power or do you want to be stepped on?
Oh, for sure.
You know, so
For
that
sure.
even if you're labeled, it's perception. You can't control somebody else's perception. You know, so you just have to check it how it is. If she's undermining you, even if you have to be looked at as the angry black woman, no, this angry black woman ain't gonna play. I don't play with you. You
Right.
feel me? You know, mamas have
Stand
that
your
real
ground.
quick. You ain't gonna check me. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. Grandmas, you know,
Yeah.
my grandma check anybody. She don't give a fuck what she look like. You gonna respect this, you know, and that's how it is. I'm gonna show you you're gonna respect me because I respect you off top. I
Right.
ain't gonna come at you crazy, so you gotta let that be known. Don't come at me like that.
For sure.
I feel like women
Stand
know
your
that
ground.
off rip. Like black women really do know that off rip. And it's because we've tried that and then we've executed these things that label started to build for itself. And it's kind of messy because it's like the last person I want to label me as that is someone who looks like me and who has been in this same game. So if I work in a corporate space, I'm expecting you to be my guide. And instead, you've been manipulated or even felt this lioness power to want to little sis me. And I'm like, not only am I coming here with additional information that can make us both more powerful, but a lot of times older women or even younger women treating older women bad in the industry, it can go either way. They're like, feel intimidated. And I don't know where that space comes in, but it's just like really, I have to get up out of there. I'm not gonna cap to y'all.
That's Jim Crow right there. The old versus young, young versus old. That's what it is right there. And like you know, so like it's probably like before being humble and accepting what you just said at the end as far as the young, they'd much rather just say little sis, you know, because like that make them feel good, reminisce how they like when they had it.
Yeah,
Instead
if
of
they
just
beef with me, they got seniority and my ass gonna get fired. That's the real shit about being young, black, and a woman in a corporate industry, for real, for real. And it's like, how do we find that? How do you demand that respect? It's easy to say that, right?
Oh, it's very
and
easy.
it's a lot of women who are passive in these industries because of the fact that, and when I say industries, I mean corporate industries. So if you work at big name companies, Spectrum, you work at FedEx, if you work at all these companies, how do you find, and these most companies have black women in power, like managerial positions. And so how do you find yourself not really going to the superior in essence? I mean, sometimes you might have to, but how do you find yourself trying to resolve that just within you and this person who reminds, like, because you know all skin folk ain't kin folk, and so it's kind of like, how do you move about like that without feeling?
How do you?
Oh,
how do
don't
you
deal with it.
No.
I've been just asking on behalf of
Yeah.
women who may have
Okay.
been more passive and don't really know how to step up for themselves because it's a possibility of manipulation. It, like, you know, I don't disrespect respect your elders type shit.
Okay.
So. Heard
Ooh,
that.
I don't.
No,
Yeah,
honestly,
that's
no.
real.
I feel like
Like,
okay, we're going. That's you.
Not to veer off into a whole other subject, but I feel like that's when community within the employees
There
comes
you
into
go.
play.
See, I was
if you
hoping you
see
said
somebody else getting talked to like it's, you know, completely out of line, then maybe you can step in and say something.
I see what you're saying with
I
that
was
one.
hoping you said that.
That's real.
So yeah.
You gotta
But
help
what
each
if
other.
it's all white people? Because I know a few people.
She said, "I don't even give a fuck, man."
I wouldn't get in the middle of it.
She said, "I won't get in the middle of
I'm
it."
saying,
man.
what if you're being undermined by a white person, and yet you're the minority?
Oh man, it's
You know?
Oh,
fine.
shit. That's
Because
different.
I know a few people
I
like
have no
this.
problem with
How was that
Huh?
different?
Huh?
Nothing changes
Because who's
in my
gonna
eyes.
step up to her?
No,
for
that's
her?
what I was saying. I was asking them, how was that different though? Nia Kai.
Oh, I can't tell you was looking at me because your glasses.
I was honestly. I was looking at the bottom of why I know how it's.
So for me, I've always been told to respect my elders, always.
Okay.
And I grew up with all women, so it's like a conditional thing for me to learn how to first execute respect and then try to, establish some type of dominance in my own self. But I just kind of avoid it altogether because I just kind of tune it to like, okay, well, you just on your own realm, and I don't really look at it like that. I don't know how to really express it for real.
Yeah.
Like if it's a white person in the street, like, okay, you don't know who I am, you don't know what I'm going through, but like I expect more empathy for a person who has had the same journey as me.
I feel the same way.
And so it's like, okay, if you have had the same journey as me, you've had the same disrespect, why do you feel like you need to project that onto someone who looks like you? That's self-hatred to me. And so it's like, okay, if that's the case, then I can't really, I guess I take it with a grain of salt. With this person, it hurts more with a woman who looks like me to treat me like that. But it doesn't hurt at all if it was like, because you're just being a prick,
Karen or somebody.
being a dick,
Yeah.
being an asshole.
You know what?
She said, "I seen you coming."
Somebody told me
It's
that.
a European thing, though.
Yeah.
That you've adapted to, I'm better than you.
Yeah.
Especially
Yep,
if I'm
yep,
because I dealt with that at Coke, and I got to the point I'm about to fight the nigga. Because it was like, no, I don't.
They get washed out. That job washes them out.
No, I mean, because it was that. It was undermining me, talking to me like a child.
He was little bro on you.
Sociopath.
Was he a brother too?
Yeah.
See what I mean?
But he played to the white man's everything.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
So not everybody, and he was a very suburban dude. So he didn't recognize, just because we here,
he said
we ain't all the way here. You feel me? There's all different types. House niggas was a thing. Then Samuel L. Jackson, what movie was that? Django is a thing. That's a mentality that still happens. So not everybody is going to be on your team. You got to recognize that.
Right.
But the way you check somebody is you play both sides of the field. You don't have to cuss. You can simply talk to them. But you let it know what it is. That's how you step up as an individual, because I had to let him know that. I was screaming. You feel me? I was ready to work. But I had to let it be known, like, I'm a fucking man. At the end of the day, if you want to handle this, we can handle it out here. But in here, I'm going to tell you what's really good. And he didn't like that. I mean, some shit happened. I got fired. Booty boop. But that's how you stand up. You just you keep calm. I've seen my grandfather in those situations.
Don't get intimidated.
No, you stand your ground, but you talk like a white man, but you show you a nigga. You feel me? You show that other side of you because they scared of that. Especially if somebody who's above you, older than you. that nigga is different from black. Nigga shows
that's
like
code switch coming crazy.
You feel me? Now I'm about to show you what's good. I could talk like this white man right now, very respectfully, but it's gonna be force behind it. Try me. So that's how you get somebody older.
It's time to show that Negro in you.
That Negro in you. Like you said, look you in the eyes.
All your ancestors coming, all of that.
And I be telling people that it's a lot of people that are in the corporate world, are people, you know what I mean? But they're not.
They not us.
They not, you know what I'm saying? I know that. I ran into that a few times.
That's how it is in politics, too.
Yeah.
They don't come from our breed.
First time I ran into, this was in corporate America. It was at Kent State. It's this black brother. And I was like, man, he's acting weird. He's like, no, we can't let you guys in there. I was like, I'll be black. Well, look at me. And I was like, but we're too... Okay, and that's why I learned right there. No, I learned that right there and then. Like, okay, just because we black, we not there with them.
Right.
Yeah.
With each other.
It was many different tribes back then.
Yeah.
He's
not even a house nigga. He's at a all white frat, not the one frat, but all white frat house, and
he
was one of those. What you said, I was like, what he called again? Samuel Jackson.
Samuel Jackson.
Yeah,
like they don't recognize who they are. They lost themselves. Remember, like last week I said, a colonized mind.
Oh,
you feel me? That's a colonized mind, because now you want to be so European to fit in with them. You'll do whatever it takes to fit in with them. You'll bash your own sisters, your own brothers, just to fit that part. To be like, I'm with you guys, but you could play both sides. Of duality is a thing.
What is it that you wanted to say? It was long ago now, but I remember seeing it.
I remember it a little bit.
Tell us what you remember.
It was saying, it was very long ago.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, it's sitting in the back of my mind. It's sitting in my brain. Just wait.
It was about when you asked, what if it was what if you were in a white company and they were the ones demeaning you? And like you said, when it comes from a black person, it hurts more because, like you said, you look like me. How can you treat me like this? But when it comes from a white person, it's still gonna hurt. It's still disrespectful because not on the not we the same, but we are both human. So how dare you treat me like I'm less of a human than you are when we, you know, like. Yeah.
Respect
so
is respect.
It's respect is respect either way. It don't matter how you flip it. It is what it is. And if I'm not getting it, then I'm gonna say something about it.
So, you a Virgo. I know you don't play that shit.
I didn't ask your sign. Did you?
And I wanted to ask what yours.
I'm a Scorpio. I was like, no, I thought you said you were Earth sign, but I'm like, no, I can't be a Capricorn. No, I can't be a Taurus. It gotta be a Virgo, cause she's doing too much shit right now. She got a lot of shit going on. Like for me personally, when it comes to like, if a white person disrespects me in this type of corporate industry, I don't ever really take it to heart because one, I feel some type of regalness within myself that I'm not saying that I am better than white people, but I am saying that there's a lack of something in them that I just don't pay attention to. So
Empathy.
I ain't even worried about them because y'all ain't got no control over whatever it is me and my ancestors got going on. Now, someone who may got them lineages of ancestral, like, you know, roots and stuff, okay, you, hold on now. But, like, even still, you like you said, being a human being at the end of the day and understanding that, like, no one reigns over anyone else because we all run in the same dimension is super essential as well. Super essential. I wanted to add something after that, but I forgot.
I'm glad we talked about that too. At the end of the day, my brothers and sisters listening. Oh, go ahead. You got something to say? My brothers and sisters out there listening, respect. Demand respect, like Dony T said. Look them dead in the eye. Hey,
Tell it what it is.
Tell it what it is. Like they said, you don't gotta yell.
Like so you don't gotta cuss nothing. You don't gotta change your voice. You don't look that man in his eye and just speak from your spirit. That's how you feeling.
That's a dangerous man at that point, or woman.
Or woman, yeah, man. Anybody that works with anybody.
Because you like, oh shit, you just told me off in the most polite way.
And then like I done seen it is things because we black men and black women though, so this gonna always be because I've been in a position before where it's always like a little naysayer right there just because the voice like calm down, my nigga. I'm calm right now.
That's what
but he gonna have to feel this. He gonna me and him right here right now too. I got him right now, but just stay right there. Yeah, but it all happened though for real. You don't gotta cuss at him or nothing.
No.
I remembered you guys.
Respect.
Talk to him.
Okay, so I did want to share this. And I find that this is very essential, especially within the black community. Black can be described as a lot of things. We have a lot of people who go under the umbrella of quote unquote black. And we have people from the suburbs. We have people from the hood. We have people from every walks of life here in America that identifies themselves as black. Now, if you don't identify yourself as black or you identify as more, as you identify as African American, whatever, that umbrella, I think that is very important if you are going to claim something that identifies you in the same umbrella that someone who may not act the same as you, y'all have to learn to accept one another. Like if someone coming at bitch, like your story, for example, right? You came in, you was turned or whatever, right? And they like, hold on, brother, man. Like, first of all, no, like if you gonna sit here and call yourself black, you gotta learn how to accept these other parts of you because that's really loving yourself. That's really truly understanding all the dynamics of what it is in our history being embodied in these different versions of ourselves. And that just doesn't limit ourselves to black people. That limits ourselves to every other ethnicity as well. Like if we gonna all live here, we all gotta understand that we have to accept each other and who they are. And I think that's the difficulty of navigating through this world. Like, oh, I can't believe they do it like that. It was this one movie.
Just let them. That's what they do.
It was a movie where these people from the hood had moved to suburbs, but you know, like instead of it being white people trying to kick them out, they were black people, and they were like super suburban. They had a quiet neighborhood, and they were like, "Oh my god, I can't believe they're barbecuing on the front porch."
It's on Netflix. I know what you're talking about.
Exactly right, but that perspective is super important because a lot of people don't realize that sometimes we are our own worst enemy, and a lot of times we are so quick to point the finger of stuff that we can both agree on, but we only agree on hatred of someone else when we don't even agree on the love within each other. So it's like that's super important. I wish I knew the name of that
movie. The movie was about gentrification, I remember. I thought it was about to be about some white, but it turned out to be about like, man, that's exactly what niggas did when Section 8, everybody moved up to Cleveland Heights and everything. You got everybody sitting there like, oh, you know. So
the
like,
shaker cans order.
I'm like, damn, road switch. Like,
Euclid?
You know? Yeah, for real. You hit him.
Oh, do you know the name of that movie?
No, I don't, but I know the cover. I know me and you on the same page.
Man, no, for real. That it hit me crazy.
I watched the whole movie too.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't even think I was gonna watch the whole movie. I was like, damn, it hit me the same way it hit you.
Yeah, somebody was telling me about the movie and how my dad describes it. He's a phenomenal being because he was so detailed. But I'm like, what? Okay. Oh shit! And it just made me think about it because that's not fair in any essence.
That's something else. I gotta check out that movie. It's on Netflix.
Just the word list.
Let me know that. When y'all figure
Don't
out
look
the
at
title.
me.
Oh, you know the title?
I forgot the title of it. I forgot the title.
It's on the title.
I'm
I
gonna send
never
it to
knew
you
the
though.
title of it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna send it
me.
to you though.
I'm gonna call my dad. That's what I'm gonna do. My dad will remember.
For sure. Well, Brother Freedom, do you got the words and affirmations of the day?
Yes, sir.
No, the essential and the lightning tips of the day, or the words affirmations of the day, or I just want to start saying
I'm about
everything.
to say, we got so many lists now. Shit. All right, so we're going to do Breaking Some Mana, which is the essential and enlightening tips. Number 1, you are the cosmos. Number 2, life can come in waves, and sometimes it drowns you. It's all a part of the surf. Surf's up, baby. Number 3, your grass will be green, too, if you tended to it. Focus on your garden. Number 4, don't let your creativity die from lack of support. You are your support.
Asha?
5, be kind. Everyone is healing from something. And those are your essential and enlightening tips or breaking some madness. Do. Affirmation station, y'all.
All right, for sure.
Repeat after me. I do not let toxic energy bring me down.
I do not let toxic energy bring me down.
I rise above it.
I rise above it.
And that is your affirmation for the day.
That's it?
That's it.
Can we get one more?
Yeah. Come on.
Please.
All right, hold on.
You gotta
got the
think of
I
one
am
real
app.
quick. Go ahead.
I got a little list
got some
out.
story up there.
You know
That's
I be
smooth.
writing hella shit.
It's like, we got one more. Hey, that's good. You got an encore.
Oh,
encore.
Because you've been lacking a couple weeks. I'm just saying.
Oh.
You know,
This for the people.
you know.
Yeah. Well,
He gonna give y'all 4 more.
Ooh, shit. Y'all stay tuned to next week's episode of. All right.
Brother Freedom.
I'm spiritually protected from anyone or anything.
I am
spiritually
spiritually
protected
protected
from
from anyone or
anything.
anything.
Wishing my downfall,
Wishing my
That's my
downfall.
negativity, or harm.
Negativity or harm.
I am protected.
I am
am
protected.
And that is your other affirmation of the day.
Thank you for the encore.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Brother
it.
Freedom.
Right.
Oh, this is the last one. Your quote of the day.
Go for it.
When you talk about yourself, watch your language. Be kind to
absolutely.
yourself.
Mm,
That's your quote of the
Absolutely.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Because your spirit don't ever know the difference.
Yeah, that's real. We'd like to thank y'all for coming on the show today. We appreciate y'all. Where can they find out at on Instagram, Facebook, social media?
You can find me at Good Girl Les. Should I spell it? Oh.
My name is the goddess Nia Kai.
You can find me at Donnie_T2 or Donnie T on anything.
For sure.
Can I share something?
I was about to say, can you promote? You never promote your business, what you do.
I'm actually about to do a raffle.
Oh, go ahead. Let everybody know. Go ahead.
Okay, so you guys, I am actually, and this is unreleased information, okay? I haven't even made a flyer for it yet, but this has been in the works for about a week. So I'm doing a raffle. I'm doing 2 raffles. So I'm doing braids and fades. I'm doing a raffle for the men. I'm doing a raffle for the women. For the women, everyone has to put in, I want to say $3. I want to say between $3 or $5. I'm not sure of the price yet because I don't know what's going to be more lucrative. But you put in for a raffle and you win a free hairstyle with braids. I get to choose 3 different styles you could choose from. And then for the men, you win a free haircut when you enter in the raffle. So I'll be promoting that for the month of March for sure.
Okay.
All right, Nia Kai.
Yeah, come through with
They
the
keep that going, though.
business things.
Yeah.
Hell
My
yeah.
chair was getting a little
So-
empty, so we gonna get y'all back in there.
So that's gonna be your personal Instagram page, the raffle.
The
or-
goddess Nia Kai.
The
Yep.
goddess Nia Kai.
That's my business
Hit
slash
her up,
personal
y'all. Hit
now.
her up.
For
Okay,
sure,
okay.
for
I am
sure,
about
for
that.
sure. You got anything you want to say?
Nope. Anything you want to say?
Thank y'all, and late Joan Boys Girls, thank you for watching or listening to Lavish Journey podcast where we create,
Inspire, and
spread greatness. We
Peace,
out of
y'all.
here. Post a picture, y'all. We good.